It's a vertical mouse. No, mine's a vertical mouse. You hold it like this. What's up, Lisa? Oh, my goodness. Lisa's in the hospital. Should we talk about it? I don't know, but she's on Twitch, so she's not in a coma. We can rule that out. No, she's on Kick. I mean, she's just in chat, is what I mean. It's all the same. Every platform is the same. All of the platforms are the same. I said when I said a minute ago, when I said we'd be going live, we'd be going live. I've been live for 3 minutes 30 seconds. Wait, maybe not. Maybe shorter. What's up, Snap? That's right. On OBS, I click live. Because now I click live on OBS, and then I have to click live on Rumble Studio, and then we're live. Yeah, good to know. Yeah, you're going to have to get the Rumble Studio thing. But it's okay. Okay, there you go. Let's make this the right size. I'm putting you guys on it. You just happen to be... You don't want to be crooked. Straight like an arrow. Don't be so... Why are you so serious? Why are you so serious? Alright, how's that look? That's... There you go, Lisa. Here's your... This is the panel. Apparently, we're gonna have to revisit and redo our aliens panel. One of the first panels we ever did. Remember we did the aliens thing? Yeah, but Trump's been saying I'm gonna release the truth, and I'm like, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing to release. That is like the most distraction of distractions I've ever heard of. Oh, let's release all the... It's literally the same as the Epstein files, basically. Oh, let's just release all these files so that people can pretend like something's happening. They're gonna release all these files, and there's gonna be no evidence of aliens, and nobody's gonna care. Well, what about aliens, Frost? Do you think aliens are real? They're not real. That's what I think. Sadie thinks they might be. That's right. What am I thinking? You'd be closer to a flat earther than an alien truthist. That would be fucking not okay, actually. No, Landon. I don't think your soundboard is muted. I'm hearing it at least. um um yeah, so the tariffs thing doesn't seem as bad as we thought. But I didn't get to see Trump speak. You did. You did see him. How am I supposed to do that at the same time? I have him blocked. He's so fucking annoying. He's so fucking... Um, 72K impressions. I know the only reason you ever update your pin post is because you had something else that caught. All right, what's this say? I hate that it's a fucking earworm and I can see his fat retarded face in my mind's eye. I just looked up the English translation. It's insane they let Bad Bunny sing this on national TV. Hi, what's your name? How are you? How's your life? Oh, you got a man? Are you in love? If so, what type? Is it just platonic, strictly just as friends, or the type that ties you two together till tomorrow's end? If it is, disregard every time I call you pretty, though it's meant sincerely. It's just my imagination drifting. Brush me off like the dirt on Jay-Z's shoulders, so I fall to the ground, collect myself, and get ready to take over your heart, or at least your spare time. What's he saying? No, I don't. Yeah, no, I've never heard this. I've never heard of this.
Robert Johnson, Love Makers. We got some songs.
What'd he say?
Here they are.
It sounded like he said the N-word.
That's what.
Love Makers. We got some songs. Here they are. Here they are. Here they are. Ready? 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 Here we go. Here we go. Oh shit! God damn it! No!
Land to
That's my shit
Why couldn't I
right
hear it?
there, and that's the ticket. And give me the ticket. That's what I want. Is tickets. Let's go. It's so good. Here we go. Here we go. I'm too emotional. Good luck to my future wives and their future lives without me. You guys will do great. I'm sure that I've prepared you for every guy you'll date and every guy you'll marry and every guy you'll hate. Yes, the lullabies I sang out of tune, that's probably what did it. Or my twin size mattress that I have since I was 7 that we have to sleep on whenever she spends the night. And if she falls off again, she'll find another guy to like. Yeah, we're just Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet. We're getting drunk and eating Percocets, but just to ease my stress. But soft, but light. The under window breaks. It is the just one Christmas. We just
Terrible.
deserve a happy ending.
Why can't I hear
it? But dear
Watch
mom,
stream. Watch the stream.
What the fuck?
It's so horrible.
This.
Yeah.
I hate you. I hate you anxious kids, dude. I really do.
Soy.
So terrible.
What's up, forwarded? Trump changed out the tariffs that applied under Section 102. He will not lift the 301. He's telling the court to get banned. Remember, Biden in court ignored the courts on student loan forgiveness. Is that what Trump said he's doing? I thought he did say he was just switching it to over the other authority.
No, yeah, he put out a 10% blanket tariff that's good for 150 days. And he's going to follow section like 201 and 303 and 122 of different acts. But it takes time. It can't be like the overnight shit like he was doing.
love being loved, but also really love not crying on the. We should go get a cup of coffee, and I'll act friendly. And I won't pull any stunts, but I'm a fucking stunt puller from birth, so I don't know.
What is it? This is the whole thing? I don't understand it. That's the genre.
That's his type of singing songs, just talking in the mic anxiously, because that appeals to people for some reason.
Yep.
And I can't believe you've never seen this before. I see it all the time, and I hate him.
In my life, not once.
I think I've complained to you about Hobo Johnson before.
I don't think you have. But if you have, I just been like, oh, say he's mad at another musician or something, because I
Mad at another
don't
child.
know any of his music. What is going on here? This is what Donald Trump does when a panikin starts administering HRT and some of you still disrespect him. This is very schizo.
It was funny though. They are panicking. There are panikins, dude. That is a real thing.
It's called blackpilling. That's what, right?
You can't stand it. There, go up. That's the speech.
Yes.
Right there.
for their strength and wisdom and love of our country, which is right now very proud of those justices.
Oh yeah, wait, hold on. What, Lisa? Why are you in the hospital? Tell us why you've been in the hospital. Are you okay?
When you read the dissenting opinions, there's no way that anyone can argue against them. There's no way. Foreign countries that have been ripping us off for years are ecstatic. They're so happy. And they're dancing in the streets, but they won't be dancing for long, that I can assure you. The Democrats on the court are thrilled, but they will automatically vote no. They're an automatic no, just like in Congress. They're an automatic no. They're against anything that makes America strong, healthy, and great again. They also are a, frankly, disgrace to our nation, those justices. They're an automatic no, no matter how good a case you have. It's a no. But you can't knock their loyalty. It's one thing you can do with some of our people. Others think they're being politically correct, which has happened before far too often with certain members of this court, and it's happened so often with this court. What a shame. Having to do with voting in particular, when in fact they're just being fools and lapdogs for the rhinos and the radical left Democrats, and not that this should have anything at all to do with it. They're very unpatriotic and disloyal to our Constitution. It's my opinion that the court has been swayed by foreign interests and a political movement that is far smaller than people would ever think. It's a small movement. I won by millions of votes. We won in a landslide. With all the cheating that went on, there was a lot of it, but we still won in a landslide. Too big to rig. But these people are obnoxious, ignorant, and loud. They're very loud. And I think certain justices are afraid of that. They don't want to do the right thing. They're afraid of it. This was an important case to me, more as a symbol of economic national security, and also, I would say, just for our country itself, so important, because we're doing so well as a country. We've never done so well. The good news is that there are methods, practices, statutes, and authorities, as recognized by the entire court in this terrible decision, and also as recognized by Congress, which they refer to, that are even stronger than the IEEPA tariffs available to me as President of the United States. And in actuality, I was very modest in my ask of other countries and businesses because I wanted to do, and it's very important, I wanted to be very well behaved because I wanted to do anything, I didn't want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court, because I understand the court. I understand how they are very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy. I have very...
He wants to be a good boy. He's like a good boy Dutch.
Are you muted, Ryan?
Yeah, we can't hear you, Ryan.
Fuck. I've never done that before.
Retard.
Never once have
Retard.
I done that before. Anyways, as I was saying, first I was saying that used to be those clips used to be so fun. Just like, I don't know. I feel like they go under the radar now these days. Clips like that. Like, I want to be a good boy. That shit's so funny. But then I was also saying, I am white pilled. I'm not black pilling, but I am also like going to be just as excited, and like I am tired of waiting for something to happen. But it's like I also don't feel like we have like 5 seconds left in a basketball game. Like I am patient. We have 2026. Hopefully we win the midterms. Oh God, if we lose the midterms, it'd be so gay.
we just have to pull back and look at it from a 30,000-foot view. Like, it is pretty crazy that everybody believes that like pedophiles run the government now.
That's true. We used to
That's
talk about that
crazy.
and
That's
people
pretty
said we
crazy.
were fucking insane.
People said we deserve to be like locked up in a facility for saying that. Like, not even that, just like the anti-vax stuff. You know what I mean? And now people are like, maybe the vaccines weren't the best thing for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we made a lot of mistakes during COVID. Like, yeah, no shit. That's what we were saying the entire time. So it's like weird living in this place where like the time between vindications like shortening.
Is it? It feels like we've.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like 2020 to 2026, people are like, ooh, it only took 6 years for people to be like, I'm sorry about that.
That wasn't quick. That didn't feel quick.
Well, it started in like 24 though, you know? Like, it's been going on for like 2 years now, people reversing the stances on it and being like, we have to forgive people that said you and your children should be locked up in a facility for not taking the vaccine.
The dissent from Thomas. Neither the statutory text nor the Constitution provided basis for a ruling against the president. Congress authorized the president to regulate importation. Throughout American history, the authority to regulate importation has been understood to include the authority to impose duties on imports. The meaning of that phrase was beyond doubt by the time that Congress enacted this statute. Shortly after President Nixon's highly publicized duties on imports were upheld based on identical language.
Slow down.
Faster? Go faster?
Slow down. I can't understand you.
Well,
Read like you're reading the people.
okay. Congress, which is one of the branches of government that we have, authorized, which means like permitted and allowed through here. Yes, fuck you say. It was all right. Not funny. All right. Okay, fine. I'll just read it. Congress authorized the president to regulate importation. Throughout American history, the authority to regulate importation has been understood to include the authority to impose duties on imports, which makes sense. And I think I remember listening to the oral arguments on this, and they were saying if the president can just completely block imports and exports, why wouldn't he be able to put just a tariff on it? It's a much weaker. Did we stream the oral arguments? This was a long time ago, I feel like, that we did this. Learning resources.
It was a long time ago.
Be the refunds.
Yeah, go potty.
Is crazy. Giving refunds to all the importers.
Well, Trump did say in that speech that it's going to be years litigating the refunds. And I'm like suspicious of the Howard Lucknick connections where they were selling vouchers on refunds. I don't quite understand all that, what that means. Right. So
did I have a bet with iCow on this? I thought my bet with iCow was on birthright. Whatever.
I thought it was on birthright too, but maybe it was on tariffs. I don't know. Hold on, I gotta take the dogs out.
It could have been. Oh well. Send one up to the homie. I'm pro tariffs. But also, what was the bet? Because there are still tariffs. Might have been both. Well, I think it was definitely the birthright thing, which we're gonna win on. But oh man, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say. They say always like that we pay tariffs, but the refunds for tariffs are gonna go to who? The importers that paid the tariffs, which is not gonna be all of us. And are their prices gonna go down? Their prices will go straight back down. Probably. You
were going hard on the birthright with Ike. How you told him 9-0.
I told him 9081 because of the retard.
Yeah, I definitely believe it was birthright. It was about not tariffs.
It could have been
maybe
both.
Maybe both.
I don't. But I would have said just that the tariffs are allowed. This is like kind of nuanced because it's just that under the certain law.
The way I'm interpreting is like the daily back and forth, like the president of Cuba pissed me off or whatever, not Cuba, but Venezuela pissed me off. So I'm going to put 50% tariffs on him today. That kind of stuff, that back and
Right.
forth shit negotiation tactic. It seems like that's the part that's over. From what I understand, like, you know, the other things like have to run through Congress, like an advisory board takes like 6 to 12 months, can probably be expedited in this case, but it's just not going to be as quickly enacted as they were before and as arbitrary as people like to say.
We have to do something about Congress. Congress is our most broken branch. People don't ever
Yeah,
acknowledge
I
that.
know. We really need to flush the toilet and get rid of everybody. There should be like a moratorium. Like, I'm sorry, even if you're a good one, you should have to go. We need to start over.
Roberts said his ruling would cause a nightmare because they did not consider refunds in the decision. Section 232 was not mentioned in the ruling, so Trump could shift all of them to that rule of law. Well,
Yeah, Gorsuch said like pretty much nobody agreed.
what do you mean nobody agreed?
Like in his dissent, he was like, you know, it was 6-3, but like it was 2-2 and 2 for the 6 for different reasons.
Oh,
And then, you know, Kavanaugh, Alito, and Thomas were together, but like he didn't. He pretty much said like Kagan didn't agree with it, but went with it anyway. Or he said that he
they them.
they. I just think of them those three as one blob.
Want to do anything that would affect the decision of the court, because I understand the court. I understand how they are very easily swayed. I want to be a good boy. I have very effectively utilized tariffs over the past year
That's
to
gotta
make
be a
America
clip.
great again. Our stock market has just recently broken 50,000 on the Dow.
Yeah, but
And simultaneously,
XRP.
and even more amazingly, broken 7,000 on the S&P, two numbers that everybody thought upon our landslide election victory could not be attained. Think of that. Nobody thought it was possible to do it within 4 years, and we did it in 1 year. They said you'll never be able, you'll go back and you read the geniuses, read their statements, all of the Nobel Prize winners in economics. They said, no, you couldn't do it in 4 years. Well, we didn't do it in 4 years. We did it in 1 year. We broke every record in the book, and we're continuing to do so. Tariffs have likewise been used to end 5 of the 8 wars that I settled. I settled 8 wars, whether you like it or not, including India, Pakistan, big ones, nuclear, could have been nuclear. Prime Minister of Pakistan said yesterday at the great meeting that we had, the Peace Board, he said yesterday that President Trump could have saved 35 million lives by getting us to stop fighting. They were getting ready to do some bad things. But they've given us great national security, these tariffs have. And together with our strong borders, reduced fentanyl coming into our country by 30%. When I use them as a penalty against countries illegally sending this poison into our country to poison our youth. All of those tariffs remain. They all remain. I don't know if you know that or not. They all remain. We're still getting them, and we will after the decision. I guess there's nobody left to appeal to. But again, those 3 people, such respect. I've had a lot of respect for them anyway, but such great respect. But other alternatives will now be used to replace the ones that the court incorrectly rejected. We have alternatives, great alternatives. Could be more money. We'll take in more money,
I'm sure they had
and we'll
accounted
be
for
a lot
this.
stronger for it. We're taking in hundreds of billions
this
of
is hopefully
dollars.
not on the
We'll
fly.
continue to do so. To show you how ridiculous the opinion is, how
Oh, we got a link in chat. Can't miss a link in chat. We will always click links in chat immediately.
Oh God.
Oh, never mind. That's just Frost.
Yay,
advertising to
Frost.
our chat that we're
Advertise.
pin it. Do we click on?
Repost.
Getting frame mogged by an ASU frat leader.
What is this I'm not.
It's
I
retarded.
don't even want to open it.
Yeah,
Landon's
we're
been
not doing
asking.
it.
I've seen him ask it in other chats too. I don't even want to know.
Nobody
However,
cares.
the
Here,
court
I'll
said that I'm
pre-open
not
it for you,
allowed
and
to
I'll tell you what
charge
it is. so
even
you don't gotta see
$1.
it.
I can't charge $1.
I don't even want to ask Grok.
Can't charge $1.
Lisa, are you dying? Also, what's up, Tex? How you doing?
Hi, Tex.
What is Lisa doing? Where is Lisa? Lisa's in the hospital, dead. Guys, this is Lisa's memorial stream.
R.I.P. Lisa.
I would have
Oh,
used
don't
one
like
penny,
that.
but we
Lisa's
don't
my
make the
friend.
pennies anymore. We save money. Can't charge $1 to any country under IEPA. Not $1. I assume to protect other countries. This must have been done to protect those other countries. Certainly not the United States of America, which they should be interested in protecting. That's what they're supposed to be protecting. But I am allowed to cut off any and all trade or business with
This is why it's such a stupid ruling, but whatever. They're like, okay, I'll just cut off all fucking trade. Yep, there you go.
that same country. In other
Right.
words, I can destroy the trade. I can destroy the country. I'm even allowed to impose a foreign country destroying embargo. I can embargo. I can do anything I want, but I can't charge $1. Because that's not what it says. And that's not the way it even reads. I can do anything I want to do to them, but I can't charge any money. So I'm allowed to destroy the country, but I can't charge them a little fee. I could give them a little two-cent fee, but I cannot charge under any circumstances. I cannot charge them anything. Think of that. How ridiculous is that? I'm allowed to embargo them. I'm allowed to tell them you can't do business in the United States anymore. We want you out of here. But if I want to charge them $10, I can't do that.
Food poisoning from Jersey Mike's put Lisa in the hospital.
Boo. Boo. That's venture. That's private capital. Venture capitalists that gave you food poisoning. They just sold out
Incorrect.
Jersey
Their
Mike's.
decision's incorrect. But it doesn't matter because we have very powerful alternatives that have been approved by this decision. You know, they've been approved by the decision for those that thought they had us. And they're saying that I have the absolute right to license, but not the right to charge a license fee. So think of that. I have the right to license, which is a very powerful word. In many ways, license is more powerful than tariffs. In fact, I was thinking about using it. But they came up with the idea that I can license, just like the people that were opposing me told them to do, but not the right to charge a license fee. Think of that. Who ever heard of such a thing? What license has ever been issued without the right to charge a fee? You get a license, you charge a fee. It's automatic, but not with this court. But now the court has given me the unquestioned right to ban all sorts of things from coming into our country, to destroy foreign countries, but a much more powerful right than many people ever thought we even had, but not the right to charge a fee. How crazy is that? Our country is the hottest country anywhere in the world right now. And it was a dead country 1.5 years ago under an incompetent president.
It was dead.
But now I'm going to go in a different direction. Probably the direction that I should have gone the first time, but I read the language. I'm very good at reading language, and it read our way 100%. But now I'll go the way I could have gone originally, which is even stronger than our original choice. As Justice Kavanaugh, whose stock has gone so up, you have to see, I'm so proud of him, wrote in
Did Kavanaugh
his
dissent?
dissent, although I
Yeah.
firmly
Who was in
disagree.
the dissent? It was
Kavanaugh, Alito, and Thomas,
Kavanaugh, Alito,
and it was like 63 pages.
With the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. So, think of that. The decision might not substantially constrain. And it doesn't, he's right. In fact, I can charge much more than I was charging. So I'm going to just start. Although I firmly disagree with the court's holding today, the decision might not substantially constrain a president's ability to order tariffs going forward. That's because numerous other federal statutes, which is so true, authorize the president to impose tariffs and might justify most, if not all, of the tariffs issued in this case. Even more tariffs, actually. Those statutes include, think of that, those statutes include, for example, the Trade Expansion Act of 1962, Section 232. All of these things I know so well. The Trade Act of 1974, Sections 122, 201, 301, and the Tariff Act of 1930, Section 338, all clear. But it's a little bit longer process. I thought I'd make things simple, but they didn't let us do that. I would like to thank Justice Kavanaugh for frankly, his genius and his great ability. Very proud of that appointment. In actuality, while I am sure that they did not mean to do so, the Supreme Court's decision today made a president's ability to both regulate trade and impose tariffs more powerful and more crystal clear rather than less. I don't think they meant that. I'm sure they didn't. It's terrible. And to think that the Democrats who oppose this only because they want to go the opposite way. They'd like to pack the court. They want to put on 21 people.
No.
They want to pack the court, pack the Supreme Court. Maybe they should do it. Maybe they would be better off if they did it. They want to pack the court. They want to do anything to hurt our country. There will no longer be any doubt, and the income coming in and the protection of our companies and country will actually increase because of this decision. I don't think the court meant that, but it's the way it is. Based on long-standing law and hundreds of victories, and even, as I was pointed out before, even thousands of victories over the years, to the contrary, the Supreme Court did not overrule tariffs. They merely overruled a particular use of IEEPA tariffs. And essentially, it's used to get a fee. I can do anything I want with IEEPA, anything. I just can't charge anybody for it. I can license, I just can't charge them. It's ridiculous, but it's okay because we have other ways, numerous other ways. The ability to block, embargo, restrict.
Oh, there's the chyron at the bottom. Trump's going to release the alien files. They're even calling it the alien files. This is how brain rot we are. They're like, oh, what comes after the Epstein files? It's kind of dying out. Dude, what about the alien files? Dude,
I know.
And it's gonna be the same people, I bet. It's gonna be the same brain rotted retards. Is there something? Is Trump implicated in the alien files? Do you think? Is Trump implicated? Who's implicated in
Is he implicated? Who's implicated? They learned a new word.
License or impose any other condition on a foreign country's ability to conduct trade with the United States under IEEPA has been fully confirmed by this decision. So now there's no doubt, because, there were a lot of questions about tariffs because no president was smart enough to use them to protect our country from those countries and businesses that were ripping us off. You took a look at the deficits that we had with some of these countries. It was disgraceful what they got away with for many, many decades.
This is all getting old.
But now we know, because this decision affirms all those things that some people weren't sure about. In order to protect, and it says so, in order to protect our country, a president can actually charge more tariffs than I was charging in the past period of a year under the various tariff authorities. So we can use other of the statutes, other of the tariff authorities, which have also been confirmed and are fully allowed. Therefore, effective immediately, all national security tariffs under Section 232 and existing Section 301 tariffs, they're existing, they're there, remain in place, fully in place, and in full force and effect. Today, I will sign an order to impose a 10% global tariff under Section 122, over and above our normal tariffs already being charged. And we're also initiating several Section 301 and other investigations to protect our country from unfair trading practices of other countries and companies. Thank you for your attention to this matter, and I say quite simply, which I've said for a long time, make America great again. And interestingly, we've already made it great, so I don't have to use that, but I don't think we'll ever give up on MAGA. MAGA is always going to be with us.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Mr. President. That's what I need to play every time someone asks why we're still MAGA headquarters.
If you have a few questions, you can let us know.
Oh, here you go. All right, this is going to get interesting. But okay,
Yeah,
all right. No big
now we're
deal.
getting hot.
Makes sense why my...
He seems
crypto
confident.
didn't recover immediately.
Yeah,
Down
he
like
seems pretty
60%.
confident. He's like, we're going to keep taking money. Don't you worry about that.
But just to end, so we're going for.
I haven't seen any clips yet from this press conference, so hopefully we get something good, because these could always be fucking hilarious.
Forward, we will be able to take in more money, and there'll no longer be doubt, because there was always doubt. I know the people that brought the lawsuit, and they're sleazebags, major sleazebags, but I know them, and they're foreign country centric. They were sending things into our country, and the people representing them knew full well, but they were sending things into our country, and they were beneficial to other countries, but very, very bad for us. And I stopped it, and we'll just keep it going. So we have we have a totally firm decision now, and I don't think the court meant it, because the court doesn't show great spirit toward our country, in my opinion. A lot of bad decisions, but there are usually ways around it. This is something we could have done, as Justice Kavanaugh said, we could have done this originally, but we're doing it now. And the numbers could be far greater than the hundreds of billions we've already taken in. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'm very curious. You've spoken about
in the red.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Justice Thomas and Alito, as you know, are the most conservative constitutional justices. Do you think that you'll get to appoint 2 more justices later this term with similar ideologies? And what type of vetting process will they go through to ensure they uphold?
I don't know, but they're great
Constitution?
justices. That's all I can say. And I hope they're going to be around a long time. I hope they're going to stay healthy. They're great people. They're great. And Justice Alito, too, to add to the group. These are great men.
Right.
With a great love of our country and a great understanding of the law.
Mr. President, are you going to ask Congress to take additional action on tariffs now? Have you
No, I don't
spoken to
need to.
your
It's already been approved. I mean, I would ask Congress and probably get it. When people look at the real numbers, and you look at hundreds of billions of dollars that have come into our country. Yesterday, I was at a steel plant, as you know, and I went to great place, great plant, great, wonderful people. And they were telling me, I said to them, you were there, a lot of the press in this room. Of course, I don't think this plane's big enough to take the press in this room, but a lot of the press right here. We were in Georgia. And I said to the owner, I made a speech at a factory. They make steel products. And I said, how are you? Nice to meet you.
We did see
How's
this,
business?
sorry.
President, I'd love to kiss you. This is a very powerful man. I don't want to be kissed by that man, but a very powerful, strong man. He's been in the steel business for many years. His father started it.
This guy's been cooking for so long that these are like some of the best Trump moments of all time. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to kiss that.
Yeah, I
man.
know. Oh, he keeps
said,
going. I
"Sir,
saw
wanna
this
kiss you."
clip.
I said, why? He said, because we were down to working 1 hour a week, and then you came in and imposed tariffs, and all of that foreign junk that they were dropping into our country stopped. And we're now going to double shifts, 7 days a week, and we may be very soon going to 24 hours around the clock, almost 7 days a week. He said, sir, I want to kiss you so badly. And I said, no, thank you. But you know what? He just to finalize it, he said, oh, this is a great place in Georgia. He said, all up and down the highway, same exact answer, sir. We're all going out of business. We're going to go bankrupt. We're all going out of business. And now every one of us are thriving, and we're hiring people like we haven't. He said, like I've never, and he's been in business for, I think, 45 years, like we've never hired before. That's because of tariffs. And we're going to keep it going the same way. And you're going to start to see the results in a year from now when all those factories start that are under construction right now. You see all the construction numbers are so good. Those construction workers are building factories that are going to be open, including not only AI, which is big, but car plants coming in from Canada, who ripped us off for 30% of our market. Mexico ripped us off for a big portion. Over the years, they've taken our market. They've taken our cars. They manufacture them in Japan, Germany, and all over the place because nobody's standing in this position. The position I have as President of the United States had the insight, the courage, well, I don't know what it is, to charge tariffs. You can make your product outside. You can put our people out of business. You can put everybody on the unemployment rolls. But if you're going to make a car in some other country, you're going to pay a 15, 20, 30% tariff. And those things would have never happened. We wouldn't have lost our business. Same thing with, as an example, Taiwan. Taiwan came in. They stole our chip business. They make chips. For 30 years longer, they made chip. And they put our companies. Intel would be now the largest company. I saved Intel. I literally saved it at the beginning of this administration. And now all those companies in Taiwan are building factories in Arizona, Texas, and various other places because they don't want to pay tariffs. They're all pouring into the United States. But just like that great patriot said yesterday, sir, what you've done, nobody thought was possible. And Steve Moore, a highly respected economist, came into my office yesterday. He said, you've done something nobody's ever done. 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics said we would right now be in a recession. And you said, no, we're going to have a booming country. We're going to have a booming country. You were right. All 22 were wrong, and you were right. This country is booming, and it's booming because of the election on November 5th, and it's booming for another reason. It's booming because of tariffs. Yeah, please, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. What will you say ahead of this decision that if the Supreme Court
please,
rules...
go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. President. What will you say to foreign nations who seek to renegotiate their deals? And what did you mean a moment ago when you said that the Supreme Court has been swayed by foreign interests?
Well, I think that foreign interests are represented by people that I believe have undue influence. They have a lot of influence over the Supreme Court, whether it's through fear or respect or friendships, I don't know. But I know some of the people that were involved on the other side, and I don't like them. I think they're real slime balls. And got to do what's right for the country. You got to do what's right for the Constitution. That's why I respect so much Justice Thomas and Alito, Kavanaugh, because they not only dissented, their dissent is so strong. When you read their dissent, you know, a lot of times you'll read a dissent and it's like, well, you don't know, it could go either way. There's no other way. The good news is, it's like Justice Kavanaugh said, very strongly said, you have other ways you can go. You don't have to go that way. You can go other way. There are numerous other ways you can go. And frankly, this should have been done by presidents many years ago. They allowed our country to be eaten alive. We lost 50% of our car business. We used to make cars. We made all the cars. And then Mexico came, Canada came, and Japan and Germany. But they're all coming back now. They're all coming back at record levels. No, please. I'm not talking to you. I don't talk to CNN. It's fake news. Go ahead.
Mr. President, yesterday you made the case that the economy is the hottest it's been in a long time. Right. January jobs report beat expectations, CPI report beat expectation, real wages are up. What would you tell Americans who are worried that this decision will kind of throw the economy that you have projected going in the right direction at a very rapid pace off track?
Well, thank you for the question. And I will say this, we really are at a very important point. I've been waiting for this decision so long. They could have made this decision a long time ago. Not complex. They're wrong on it. It's a ridiculous decision. But they should have released this a long time ago. We waited months. And that gave uncertainty. Now we have certainty. And I think you're going to see the country get much stronger because of it. Look, we were ripped off by almost every country in the world. If you look at the surpluses, almost every country in the world that did business with us, our people were stupid. And I blame presidents for it because they're ultimately the leader. We were being ripped off by almost every single country in the world had some massive surpluses. China had hundreds of billions of dollars in surpluses with the United States. They rebuilt China. They rebuilt the army. We built China's army by allowing that to happen. I have a great relationship with President Xi, but he respects our country now. Now, what we've done, I charged China a 20% tariff as a penalty for sending fentanyl in. And that was 20 times more than they could make by selling fentanyl. And I said, at some point you're going to say, and they have reduced it. Fentanyl is down by more than 30% coming into our country. Part of that is our strong border. We have a strong border now. But thank you. Thank you for your question.
Mr. President, sir, you warned once in a social media post that if the Supreme Court did this, shot down your tariffs, the U.S. would be, quote, financially defenseless. Are we financially defenseless right now?
No, because we're doing something in a different way. We're doing something in a very powerful way.
There was more than one variable there, but sorry for the nuance.
And we're using things that some people thought we should have used in the first place. But it's more complicated. It's a little more complicated. The process takes a little more time, but the end result is going to get us more money, and I think it's going to be great. Yeah, please. Peter, go ahead.
Thank you, President Trump. So, since Liberation Day, there's about $175 billion in tariff revenue that is now in limbo. Do you have to refund $175 billion?
Think of it, Peter. Very fair question. They take months and months to write an opinion, and they don't even discuss that point. We've taken in hundreds of billions of dollars, not millions, hundreds of billions of dollars. And so I said, well, what happens to all the money that we took in? It wasn't discussed. Wouldn't you think they would have put one sentence in there saying that keep the money or don't keep the money, right? I guess it has to get litigated for the next 2 years. So they write this terrible, defective decision, totally defective. It's almost like not written by smart people. And what they do, they don't even talk about that. Your question is very basic. That was the first question I asked also to make you feel good. They said, what about all the money that we've taken in? Sir, they don't discuss that. How crazy is that?
What you're saying is, are you saying that you don't?
It's going to be funny if those refunds go to importers and foreign companies and people that have been essentially who pay the tariffs. They've been trying to pitch it like we pay the fucking tariffs. You can avoid the tariff by buying the domestic product, by the way, is kind of the whole point. You do pay more when you buy the tariff product, but that is... There
are a few things you can't get around, though, right now. Yeah. There's no domestic option for coffee. There's no domestic option for coffee, which is pretty much a staple. Even when you're reading shit about the Oregon Trail, they're like, how much coffee are you bringing with you? So a normal can of coffee that was $12 that my husband drinks is $25 now.
Why can't we grow coffee?
Because it grows in Colombia.
Then it can't grow here?
I assume so.
All right, I'll accept that.
Plan to honor refunds for companies
we can't do everything.
I just told you the answer, right? I told you the answer. It's not discussed. We'll end up being in court for the next 5 years. Go ahead, Green.
Thank you, Mr. President. When you are talking about the relationship with countries that you have sought trade deals with, do you anticipate that they will seek to renegotiate those? What do you say to them? And do you view this as a potential undermining power for your negotiations?
We're going straight ahead with 10% straight across the board, which was the absolute right to do. And that's taking place. That's a lot of money coming into our country. And then during that period of about 5 months, we are doing the various investigations necessary to put fair tariffs or tariffs, period, on other countries. So we're doing that period, but we're immediately instituting the 10% provision, which we're allowed to do. And in the end, I think we'll take in more money than we've taken in before.
President, you've used the tariff revenue to pay for a host of federal policies. You've claimed that they will pay for them. What happens to
the farmers? We took care of farmers. The farmers were mistreated by foreign countries very badly, very, very badly. And last week I gave them $12 billion out of tariff money. We intend to, out of tariff money, because just so you understand, We have tariffs. We just have them in a different way. And now they've been confirmed by the Supreme Court of the United States. So there's no longer that question out there about tariffs.
He's really
And we'll be
spending
taking in hundreds of billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And countries that have
And it's
treated
true,
us
it's not wrong.
badly
It is
will
true.
have to pay a price for treating us badly. And countries that have been good to us will be treated very well. We just left the top person in a place called Vietnam, just left my office. Great gentleman, strong and smart. He said, I think this means you're allowed to charge us more tariffs than before. And Canada said to Jameson, I might want to say it, Jameson, but Canada said, I hope you win this decision, because if you don't win, you'll actually be allowed to charge us with a little additional work, higher tariffs. Jameson, you want to comment on that?
Yes, sir. So to the president's point, we have a lot of tools out there. We have Section 122, which will be implemented today. It will be signed today and implemented very shortly. We have Section 301 investigations, which are incredibly legally durable, where we can investigate and address unfair trading practices that have led to our huge trade deficit. And so you can look forward in the coming days and weeks to seeing all of that come out, and we're going to keep continuity in the program. We're going to keep addressing this so that the deficit can keep going down. That's the trend it has, and we can make America great again.
No.
I like that guy.
Several of Republicans in Congress have supported this decision by the Supreme Court, and Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader, has called you a wannabe king. Why wouldn't
him a low IQ?
But why wouldn't
he? Doesn't even know. And I watched him the other day interview. The guy doesn't even know what a tariff is.
But there's been bipartisan criticism.
No, not bipartisan.
Of the tariffs.
Excuse me.
There's several
A few
Republicans
people.
that said that.
Yeah,
But
a
why
few
wouldn't
people.
you just work with Congress to come up with a plan?
I don't have to
push tariffs.
I have the
through?
right to do tariffs, and I've always had the right to do tariffs. It has all been approved by Congress, so there's no reason to do it. All we're doing is we're going through a little bit more complicated process. Not complicated very much, but a little more complicated than what we had. We'll be able to take in tariffs, more tariffs. And the Congress people, and the Congress.
I like how you say, they came from Congress, because that's where a lot of the, that's where the IEPA came from, in the 1970s. And my first thought was you could argue, there's, it's a completely different Congress, but at the same time, it's if you look at all the fucking top of both parties, is it? It's there are plenty of people who probably were there when that shit passed. That's so fucking insane.
Right, exactly. Guaranteed Nancy Pelosi was there.
Yeah, Mitch McConnell. Who else? Those fuckers. Joe Biden was
Lindsey
probably there when it
Graham.
happened. He was definitely there.
Yep.
The Canadians
I remember my
last week
grandma
was
bitching about Lindsey Graham when I was young, dude, young.
Dude, when I was a little kid, my parents bitched about Nancy Pelosi. They said something about her Botox.
Yeah.
I remember being like, "What the fuck is Botox?"
Grandma's always accused Lindsey Graham of being a homosexual.
Yeah, supposedly he is.
Yeah. Grandma had that clocked 30 years ago.
Let's go, Lisa. Hell yeah. Congratulations. Get out the hospital and celebrate with a...
Yay.
Something. Trump expanded the 10% to most goods and services coming to the U.S. The moving news band, Steven Spielberg, is moving out of California. What a lib cock. He wants you to pay higher taxes while he moves to upper state New York. California's
I mean, that's also lib cuck New York too.
Yeah. Upstate New York, though.
He can move to Albany, where Mondami is going to get the money from New York from. He's like, people in Albany have nice things, so we're going to take it to support the city.
Fuck New York. Fuck them.
Yeah, fuck New York.
Votes in the
why?
Senate against it?
Yeah, because we lost 2 Republicans or 3 Republicans because they're not good Republicans. What you don't say, you don't say that we got 215 votes.
You need 218 for something to pass.
Yeah, sure we do. We might have lost 3 votes, and what was the score on the Republican side? 215 to 3, right? But you don't say that. We have great unity. There's great unity in the Republican Party, and I hope everyone's going to vote Republican, because otherwise you won't have a country left, because these people have been they are destroying our country. Please.
Mr. President, the 122 tariffs, that 10%,
Yeah.
Is that going to be for 150 days, or do you want to charge that indefinitely?
We have a right to do pretty much what we want to do, but we're going to charge it starting effectively. I think it's 3 days from now. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, you speak to a lot of factory workers, a lot of manufacturing workers. What does the Supreme Court ruling say? What's that message to those factory workers?
Well, I think the factory workers are happy because we're now telling them that they're going to look. The man I met with yesterday, who owned a factory, was out of business. He was out of business. And now he's employing 5 times. In fact, I walked in, he's got a brand new crane. I said, how old is that crane? We got it in December. He's allowed to write it off in 1 minute. The Great Big Beautiful Act gave no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. He said this great big beautiful bill, frankly, has been the best thing that's ever happened for the workers of the, much more so than for rich people. The only thing it does for rich people, it allows them to hire a lot more people. But when I saw him, and then he said, it's all up and down the line. This is a place in Georgia, all up and down, other factories doing different, not only steel products, different. He said, every one of us was out of business. We could barely make it. Some of them were down to less than an hour a week. Think of it, 1 hour a week to make just a few little trinkets or whatever they make. Now they're going round the clock. I had it a month ago. I went to Michigan, went to Ford, and I met with Bill Ford, the head of Ford, and we were in one of the biggest plants, an original plant from the early 1900s, where, by the way, I might add this, it's not really relevant, but it's all relevant. Murders are down the lowest since 1900, around the time that he had this plant. That's 125 years. We have the lowest murder rate. Okay. And our crime is way down in the country. The factories that we're talking about, the people that we're talking about, they are so thrilled with Trump. So whether we charge IEEPA tariffs or whether we charge tariffs under a different section, that's what we're going to be doing. There's no way we can lever. This is what happened to our country. This is why we owe $38 trillion, which we'll get rid of in pretty good course. We have a very incompetent Fed chairman who likes high interest rates. For political reasons, he likes them. But we're going to have somebody very good. Interest rates should come down very substantially. I think we should pay the lowest interest rates on the planet. There should be no country, and we don't do that. We're number 38. This is just bad policy for a long period of time. But what's happened is we've made America strong again. We've made America great again. We should pay. As an example, the country of Switzerland, we were getting almost no tariffs from them. We had a $40 billion deficit. And the prime minister called me up. She said, but we are a small country, because I said we're going to raise it to 39% from nothing. That would have rendered them not very successful, as opposed to right now they're considered elite. But if we put a tariff, they would. And I realized then, she said,
I did get
we're
it,
a small
Tex.
country. I said, you're a small country with
Thank
a big
you.
deficit.
And I know your real name
for
now.
us. You're making a lot of money off the United States. If we do that, a lot of these elite countries, they're elite because we let them make so much money.
Thank you very
and
much.
I want them to do
for your
well.
support.
But I don't want them to do well.
I got a letter from Tex. A very nice one. I won't show it to you guys, because now I know his real name. Now we're real.
Thank you
very
I
much.
didn't even tell him your real name, Tex. He had to find out for himself. Sadie already knew that shit.
It's funny when I pulled it out. I was like, "Is this Tex? This has to be Tex," because I don't know who else would be sending me a personal note. Like, all of my mail is still like old names from people that used to live here, and like Church's Chicken coupons and stuff. But thank you very much.
Oh, really?
Yes. I get.
There
those
must
all
have
the
been
time.
Germans that lived in your apartment.
I also just got a letter from Chase about opening a business account for my firm. So now, because I put my
Oh, yeah.
address on that.
Actually, it's so over for you. It's actually over for you when it comes to that, by the way. Yeah, you're about to get ass blasted with the business, the QuickBooks loans, the fucking dude. It's nonstop. You're gonna get a Uline catalog for some reason, like a big ass catalog. You're gonna be like, "How'd you even find me?"
He said, "Hi, Penn. Welcome, my friends, to the Texas Nexus, where, frankly, these days, I think you would be hard-pressed to find a better place for a young professional to grow and develop his craft. And thank you, Ryan, for the periodic entertainment and fun trolling venue. I do enjoy your channel. In any case, please find a token of your congratulatory appreciation from this dude to you. And as some in your profession like to say, better to slip with foot than tongue. Godspeed." Thank you.
You're the best, Tex. You really are. What a W supporter. That's so nice.
Which reminds me, by the way, I have CJ gave me a joke gift. You guys want to see? I told Sadie about this. Do you guys want to see what CJ gave me for Valentine's Day?
Yes.
Thank you, Sadie, for giving me that. That was good. I was gonna sit there and wait until somebody said it.
I just want to see how big the box is.
Oh, you're gonna see it.
It's a decent sized box.
It's a decent sized box. What could be in here? What could be in here, Frost? Any guesses?
Your mama?
No. Take a guess. What do you think? What do you think CJ got me?
Your dada?
All right, you ready? I'm gonna show you guys what he got me. 1
This dude's wearing Crocs.
Trojan Magnum condom.
Sex.
1 more Trojan Magnum condom.
That's also
and
sex.
988 more
98
Trojan Magnum condoms.
That's pretty good. How much money did that freaking cost him? Damn.
Dude, for real, you can make a buck.
Dude.
If you're ever really broke.
What are you talking about?
Ever really broke? $1 a condom? That's a good deal for magnums. Go down to the hood.
Yeah, go out of the hood.
Around the clubs at night and just $1.
Yep.
I already have my sign right here.
Right there.
Condom,
you can get a Sharpie.
Dude, there's so
You gotta have a huge dick.
Look at this pile. Look, like, genuinely, look at this pile down here. These are...
It's a huge pile of condoms.
Make a condom angel.
All right, now we're gonna time you. How long does it take to put them away? How long does it take to put them back in the box? 1, 2, 3, go.
All right.
Dude, this is a pathetic attempt.
Yeah, what's going on here?
This truly is a pathetic attempt. I'm timing you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to be efficient and grab a bunch of time.
Well, I mean, I'm
Really laying
timing
down
you. You're like,
I know you're timing.
move your ass.
You just really let me down.
Move
Man,
your ass.
everything
Yeah,
was smoothly
act
until
like
did
you
that.
give a shit. All right, it was 36.41 seconds. All right, you want to try and beat 36.41? Is that what you're trying to do? You trying to beat it? Get your ass back here.
And I'm kind of glad he's gone. He's kind of annoying me, actually.
I want to do a snow angel in this.
Don't ruin the product.
You're right.
It's called a condom angel, sir?
Dude, they're just literally... Why do I have 1,000 condoms? They're not small. They're not even
Dude, you
small.
could
Look.
sell... Oh, God.
Put one on for us. Demonstrate how to put one
I haven't seen one of those in 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know what those are.
I shouldn't have wasted this. I feel bad wasting it. I have such a limited
You
amount.
should feel bad wasting it. You just caused somebody to contract AIDS because you didn't do the right thing with the condom.
Yeah, well, the person they were having
She
sex
went
with
up.
already had AIDS, so I couldn't stop that.
Oops.
See? That's actually like, not...
Big enough.
How big can this get?
I need like 4 of those.
It's pretty big.
Wow, that's pretty durable.
Yeah,
Wow.
sponsored by Trojan for this.
Do that thing where you put it over your head and blow it up with your nose.
That's pretty good. Oh, there it is.
There it goes.
You had to be doing gymnastics on it. Is your hands all gross now with nonoxyl 9? Isn't that what it's called? Spermicide.
Hey, clean that up. Clean that up right now.
This is disgraceful.
Clean up that mess right now.
Disgraceful.
I'm gonna give my timed record another shot.
Clean that up right now.
All right. What's up, Jason? I have 1,000 condoms.
Hi. He's got so many condoms.
I have a lot of condoms. And I still really don't know what I'm gonna do with these. Should I get my law firm sticker and put them on and give them away? With my law firm, should I associate my brand with condoms? Just because I have some.
There was a video company I used to work with that did that.
My business card.
It was swag. She gets stickers.
Hang on, isn't a 10-pack like $8?
I think it's more expensive than that now, dude. Isn't it 12 or is it 10?
I don't know. Am I gonna have to pack these up and just make an eBay shop?
Well, you can't. It says not for resale right on the box right there. Damn.
Doesn't mean I can.
$14.99.
Damn.
For 10?
12.
I'll give you 12 for 5. Anyone in chat.
How many are in there?
You're gonna have to pay for shipping.
1,000. 1,000 are in there.
There's 999.
Yeah. They can come on this stream and see how you've abused the product before you sold it to them.
True.
You can get them for as cheap as $9.69 at Target.
This was sent from McKesson Medical.
Oh, that's 3.
Houston to Texas Department of State Health Services. That's what this was all intended for. This box sat in an office somewhere for probably a while, and then they just... Oh, wait. Let's see when these expire. 2028.
Oh, dude, we got so much time.
Dude, what do I do? Sell it as just 1,000 condoms? Or sell packs?
Dude, that is. That's some bills, bro.
I need to turn these into a quarter each. If these were all quarters, that'd be cool. Or even like 60 cents. Alright, Sadie, start the timer.
All right, are you ready?
God, they're so spread out. This is fucked.
You're already doing way better than you did last time. You're acting like you give a shit this time.
No, I'm actually not, though. You just think I am 'cause I'm
No, you're not, though, yeah.
Faster, faster, faster.
Oh, boy. I don't know.
There's no way.
This is like the money. It's like the money thing.
There's too many condoms. I have too many.
You lost.
Yo, this guy sucks. Get him out of here.
This guy stinks.
I'm not good at condom 1,000 pickup. The 1,000 condom pickup game.
In the little closet in your apartment. With your 6'4" ass crawling around on the ground.
Dude, there's so many condoms. What is the fucking... What was the plan with these at the Department of State or whatever the fuck?
Ew, look at that hairy
To hand them
crack sticking
out. To hand them out. What else was it going to be used for?
Hairy crack pen. I'm clipping that.
I even got the big boy manual.
That's going in the spank
Full
bank.
quarter manual.
Well, I like that. I like that sweater.
Thank you. I'm about to take it off because it's hot and I'm sweaty.
We did some exercise. What are we doing? Trump? What's going on here?
What's up, Rick?
Everybody's gone.
No, I'm here.
Anyways, that was a clip. That was a good clip. I uploaded that immediately on X.
Why'd you clip that?
I
I'm back.
clipped the frick out of that, dude. I clipped it. Why would I not clip that? If CJ spent hundreds of dollars on condoms for a joke, it better get freaking clipped.
No.
He didn't.
He gave it to him. Yeah.
He got it from.
Oh, would you steal those from the local
auction
Goodwill?
lot that our firm's on an auction lot. Oh, there's one here on the desk.
How tight of an auction is that, though?
Should I just start leaving condoms everywhere I go? So people start being like,
yeah.
Every time I see that guy, I just find condoms in my shit, like in my car, in my pockets. Just start sneaking them into people's shit. Just be like, yeah, I've got like 15 condoms.
Just slip them into people's pockets when they're not noticing.
Where are we at here?
On the backs of the American taxpayer.
I went to go get the mail, by the way. He could send them to Bonnie Blue. Do you think Bonnie Blue's ever used one of those? You don't know who Bonnie Blue is.
What's up, Jason?
I appreciate your question.
Jason, where are you? Oh, Jason, there you are. I'm meeting you tomorrow.
Yes,
we come face to face.
Shut up!
In 24 hours, we will be face to face.
You guys gonna fight?
It's gonna
maybe.
be Gibbs and Jason mediating me and Tyler's divorce.
I'm not mediating shit. I'm going to mock you both.
I'm keeping the kids.
I was never leaving Pentuple, not for a second.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't need.
For the record.
What is he trying to recruit? Like Landon? Is that what's happening? He's recruiting from. He's trying to start his own. His average debate enjoyers potential panelist party plays. How dare he? Why don't we do genetic testing and find out who Abraham's descendants are?
So I've got to ask this question. Why do you have a box of 999 condoms of a size that you couldn't fit anyway?
First of all, that's on me. First of all. Second of all, I have them because CJ gave them to me.
So he's wishful thinking for you. Okay.
I think what happened is that the auction lot had those and thought, are we really going to auction these off? And just said, fuck it, do you want to do something with them? And CJ thought, I'll go drop that off at Ryan's apartment, knock on the door, and just let that
and run away.
Happened. No, he came inside. He was like, happy Valentine's Day. And I was like, should I open it now? He was like, oh yeah, dude, of course. And I was like, okay. Because when I first moved here, he got me like a little bunch of random stuff. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe he's got me like, some cool Texas swag or something. Nope, just 1,000 fucking
condoms that'll never fit you.
Valid, not expired. I'll never ever buy a condom again in my life. Like, even if I don't know that I was ever gonna, but like if I was gonna, all of those moments are gone now. So,
I guess.
If you guys need any, by the way, you want me to bring you up a couple hundred?
I have no need for them.
You need 20, 30, 20, 40?
No. I need zero. Zip zilch.
Well, you could just use them to be environmentally friendly because they were made and produced.
No. Go give them to the thoughts that you chase online.
I should be like, this should be my new Hinge Open will be, I have 1,000 condoms. And one of them.
And the number should go up every. And that number should go up like every 2 days.
Tomorrow, we need to get through these and then send a picture of it.
Jesus.
No. But yeah, no, I guess I have those now. I think I don't know. Should I just sell them? I'll probably just sell them on eBay. I could use the money. I could use however much those.
I mean, stop talking about it online when the box is labeled not for individual resale.
That doesn't mean you.
Yeah, no, it actually does. It actually
doesn't.
100% does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it really does.
No,
Okay.
it definitely doesn't.
All right, lawyer man. Okay.
All right, yeah.
Okay, lawyer boy.
He's the lawyer. Oh wait,
Okay, lawyer boy.
no, he's actually an attorney now because he's actually practicing.
Yeah, which means I should look this up before I just instinctively answer. But
Yeah, you really should. Don't be dumb.
No, that's not what you said. That's not what you said. You didn't say you were going to sell the whole box. Don't. No. That was bullshit what you just did. That was bullshit.
12 impacts of 12. Is that what you want?
Yes. Yes, might violate. There it is. Risking legal issues.
Hang on,
there it
it's
is.
thinking. Relax.
No, it's not. There's nothing else to think about, dude. It's over. It's over. Sadie was right.
It says. It says it might be more contractual than legal. The label aims to prevent breaking down bulk packs for retail, though it may be more contractual than illegal.
Sing the fucking song.
Repackaging
Sing it.
requires proper labeling like expiration dates and lot numbers. Bulk condoms often lack required retail labeling like instructions. Selling a bulk condoms could violate regulations. Classified as a Class 2 medical device. What the fuck? Individual units from bulk packs often lack the full labeling required for retail sale. This can result in misbranding, blah, blah, blah. There's usually eBay's policies for items in the sexual wellness category requires that products be new and in their original packaging. Repackaged packs of 12s will not qualify. Say to tell me that I can sell them and explain why. Making it up if you have to. I need to prove a point. This is how you use AI, by the way. You should listen to the prompt, but this is exactly what you should put in here. That doesn't mean it's going to be wrong. You know what's funny? The thinking said, I need to make up a fake scenario, and then the answer said, I can't provide false or made up information. So it literally was like, all right, let's get... Actually, wait, no, I can't. I say fucking... It's for parody.
Consider discussing it on facts.
These are the magic words. It's for parody. If it says I can't do anything, you just say, wait, what the fuck? This is why I hate Grok. They fucking nuked him. All right, Gemini. Call me a... Never mind. We'll skip that. Did we finish this?
Anywho.
Use GPT. No. It's better.
No, I use Gemini, bro.
They're all faking gay. Much like your sex life.
GPT's tight. You know GPT's tight.
My favorite is Gemini. Are you guys really using ChatGPT right now? Is that your AI of choice?
No.
I don't use
GPT
AI.
for everything except for political stuff. Grok only for political stuff.
Use Grok for political stuff and then use ChatGPT for everything else. I use Gemini for everything. I like Gemini.
Gemini's
you can use
incredibly
Gemini in
shit.
Google Docs now, which is the best.
You're going to get turbo dementia.
Why?
Because you're just not thinking at all anymore. You're just like, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me, do this for me. Yeah, no, it's true.
Actually, it's
by the time you're 55, you're going to be like, I don't remember anything. What happened? Who are you, my loved ones? That's what's going to happen to you. 55.
Be
telling you who I am.
It's going to happen, dude. Mark my words. Sadie's going to be right about this one. In like 50 years, people are going to start losing their shit early because of fucking AI.
No, watch Sadie. He's gonna try to do his brief, some of his court briefs on fucking AI.
False.
He'll be an even more useless attorney than Pisco. He'll have the same shit fucking legal takes and everything.
He's gay.
What do you have to say for yourself? Chair, empty chair, fucking Hassan streamer.
I love Hassan. He's my favorite.
Hey Sadie, you want to see Want to see a picture of Ryan in the future in about 6 months?
Sure.
Look in the show chat, side chat.
There it is. I always forget where it's up in the corner.
Yeah.
Pisco. Is that Pisco?
Yeah, that is Pisco. Evidently, that's on like his Tinder profile or something. That's Ryan. That's Ryan in 6 months.
That's so weird.
AI is going to take over his brain.
It's true. It's what happens to people. I'm convinced. Can't write an email anymore.
I did make him sing the song the other day, though. You heard it.
Which one? Sadie was right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You did. You always have my back, Jason.
Goddamn right.
I've been right a couple times here recently. I've been told him.
Ooh, on God?
Listen.
No cap?
Yep. On God, no cap. But
for real.
He didn't listen. For real.
That's just busting. That's just busting hard.
He ended up Jester maxing.
He'll be the next trans shooter.
Oh boy.
What do you think he's doing right now? Do you think he's going to get a little snack? I got a little hungry. He decided I'm going to go get a little snack.
Felt a little
just leaving his stream unattended.
He's probably like,
he's feeling a little cute, so he thought he'd start a Grindr profile.
oh, that's old. He's done that like years ago, dude. He's a gay homosexual. We all know that.
My brother is watching the second 28 years later right now, and he said it's the worst piece of cinema he's ever sat through.
It's worse than the other one?
He said maybe worse than the first, like, no shit. Worst piece of cinema I've ever sat through. I have an hour left.
No way, that bad, huh?
He saw 28 months later, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty bad. I mean...
Yeah, the first one was really good. The second one was great compared to these next ones, though.
Well, the sequels...
Hey, Cassie. Cassie's here on YouTube. Hey, girl.
Cassie.
What's up, Cassie?
Wow, now she shows her face. Been missing her on the spaces.
What was it? 28 days, then 28 weeks. It wasn't that bad, though.
It was 28 days, 28 weeks, and 28 months. Now it's 28.
No, there was no months. There was no months.
It
was just no. There were two 28 years movies. There's the first one that was released last year and the second one that was released like January 16th this year. And it just showed up on my internet TV provider, fucking Bitcoin TV that the Indians provide to me. So he's got my login. So he watched it. And me and my husband are probably going to watch it this weekend too.
You might as well, right? I mean, we got
I have
in
to.
the beginning, yeah.
Well, he is going to make me now. I'm not getting out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Not getting out of it.
I haven't seen a good movie in a while, man.
That's because
there's nothing.
Hollywood
has
ran out of ideas because AI is telling them how to do everything now.
Have you seen Nefarious, Jason? Frost told me to watch this movie. Nefarious.
Yeah. No,
it's really good.
You gotta watch that freaking movie. It's so good, dude. It's like
it's really good.
No,
it's like
tomorrow,
an independent too.
So tomorrow I'm gonna watch The Best Thing Ever, and it's gonna be two retards fighting at a Brazilian steak place.
Ooh, Brazilian steakhouse. Ooh.
Has Ryan ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse?
No, and neither have I, to be honest. But at least I know
we used to go all the time. I love them.
Just get picanha. Keep on getting picanha. When they come to the
You're going to
table.
Fogo de Chao, right? Fogo de Chao.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Fogo
it's gonna
de
be
Chao, I think, actually. Sorry.
Okay, Chao.
Babe, how do you say
Sorry.
Fogo de
Picking
Chao?
me up. Should I ride with Gibbs?
Yes, Fogo de Chao.
Yes.
Fogo de
Yes.
Chao.
You should ride with Gibbs. That way he can flavor you with his essence, and maybe you'll have some aura to you.
Where is this meeting happening? What city?
Dallas.
Dallas.
Yeah, so he's gonna drive 2 hours to me, 2 hours further on to Dallas. And then I don't know how I'm getting home. Fucking pray for me. And I'm gonna have 1,000 condoms in a backpack, so wish me luck. Hopefully I find the buyer.
Wait, you're not gonna make it home because of the condoms? What's wrong with you?
No, because
I'll
he's
make it
riding with
home.
Gibbs, and
I'm just saying I can't
Are
afford
you gonna
to
use all those condoms in
my
one sesh?
survival stuff because I'll be busy with the condoms.
You and Gibbs are gonna use all those condoms in one session, for real? That's crazy.
Well, we're probably gonna just for fun see how many we could put on each other.
Take off. Just put them on and take them off.
Like girls do it nail polish.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna do it condoms.
Yeah.
That would be. I wonder.
Okay.
Should I do? Should
No, that's how your dick falls off, dude.
No, that's-
cut
I
off
wouldn't do
circulation.
it.
You're
Okay.
done.
That's
Fucking
not what I was
emergency
gonna
room.
say.
No.
yeah, but they're Sadie, they're
Not what I was gonna
magnums. It won't cut any blood flow off because they'll just fall off. It's okay.
like you'd know, like you'd fucking
Motherfucker,
know.
I know I'm hung like an infant. I know you are too. It's okay.
Wow. Okay. So you just said I'm projecting.
Yes. You're wishful thinking.
Translated
That's
for
why
chat,
magnums.
Jason said I'm projecting. All right, that's
Big
okay. We'll
peepees.
move on. I can accept
Big.
that.
Big peepees.
If that was true, then why are the 4 condoms that I did buy the same ones? Just bearskin.
Ugh. Yes.
Got you there. Exactly.
Can you shut
anyways,
up, please?
Look,
can we get
obviously,
this show
obviously
back on
you're
track? I'm
not
sure
good
chat
with
doesn't want to be fucking hearing this.
We're talking about your
obviously
dick this
you're
whole
not
time,
good
bro.
with
Like, what's going on?
finances. Yeah, we're talking about your minuscule dick, man. It's okay.
Chat.
God only gives one body part, one big body part, and you're 6'4", motherfucker. You've already lost the lottery. I hate to break it for you.
Is that how it works? That's
yeah,
how it works?
I got.
There's
Look,
a
I got big.
perfectly inverse relationship between height and dick size. That's what you're telling me.
Look,
That's just
all
a
I
thing
know.
that everyone knows, and we've never just
Look.
we just never talked about that and figured that out.
It may not be long, but you know what they used to call me, old tuna can. The bottoms of instruments, sides are all mine.
A whole tuna can? Well, there's some
I
tall
almost
tuna
said the
cans, bro.
N-word live. I almost broke the seal. It
I
felt like a
was thinking
moment
about
to
it
do
this whole time.
Are you on Twitch?
I'm on everything.
Well, no. See, I already broke that seal.
That's true.
Yeah, hard R and everything.
Ooh, mean guys, mean
Hey,
word.
well, they'll get me hard, right?
Gamer words approved and used. Whatever.
Fuck Twitch. We ain't scared of Twitch. Ban us.
Yeah,
you
if
fi-
Twitch bans us, I'm gonna be sad
Fuck cooks.
because I won't get my $47 payout. But
Oh no.
fuck them.
No, he needs
Also,
it.
Twitch
We
is the
need
only
it.
one that notifies.
No, he needs it.
You actually
How
do.
many of you guys? How many people do you think, Sadie, get their live notification from Discord, and like use that?
I do.
I feel like I was gonna say,
But
I
it's
feel
just
sometimes
because,
if it doesn't
like-
go to Discord, you guys don't join.
Yeah, no. I did the Sadie's end of the year thing, and I didn't send out a notification in Discord, and like that was that. I think Discord is the major.
I get the notifications and I just usually ignore them because I'm doing stuff because I have a life.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
Oh, but here you are on Friday night with us, all of us dorks, Jason.
Yes, because I just got back from dinner with my wife, and tomorrow night I'm gonna have dinner with Pentuple and Gibbs and Tyler, and I can only imagine the smell.
It's gonna smell like cat piss.
It's gonna smell like
man.
latex.
Okay.
Cat piss and spermicide, I'm sure.
No, that's well. Yeah, hopefully that smells good by
Maybe.
tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Sadie was like, "Is he fucking see it?" No, it doesn't smell like fucking.
I just like remember like that condom smell. It's so gross.
Yeah, it's not good.
It is gross.
It's a bad
No,
smell.
I'm actually excited. Sadie, did he tell you I had to drag him kicking and screaming to the dinner?
Yeah. Yes.
This is true. I don't want to go. I still don't.
The dinner almost got
You have
canceled.
dragged and kicked. Smell will be that of depression and ass. He knows condoms.
So man, sex, and regret. Checking. Check.
Regret nothing.
Yes, I will. And what's bad is he's gonna voluntarily sit across from me at a table and get mocked.
Any guesses?
You
Your
know,
mama?
you know it's gonna happen.
No. Take a guess. What do you think? What do you think CJ got me?
What are you playing?
Your dad?
All right, you ready? I'm gonna show you guys what he got me.
Yeah, what's wrong with this guy?
One
This dude's wearing Crocs.
Trojan Magnum condom.
Sex.
Had to roast the Crocs in there. One more Trojan Magnum condom.
I would never ever own a pair of Crocs either. That's also sex.
988 more
Would catch me dead in a pair.
98.
I dare wear those.
Trojan Magnum condoms.
That's pretty good.
So many.
How much money did that freaking cost him? Damn.
We're so clever. This is why we're gonna be famous streamers.
Yes, CJ got us 1,000 condoms, and now I hope he retweets that. You think he's gonna retweet that?
Tell him to. He should be tight and do it.
He will. He will when he sees it. Or I'll link it to
CJ
him.
seems like a real pro.
CJ has motion.
CJ's the man.
He's got the motion.
Yeah, Gibbs actually had a reason to cancel his side of the dinner, and I guess I convinced him to go.
He made it work. We got the dinner back on track. Dinner almost died, but
Dinner almost.
it was
died.
almost
So
dead like the
dramatic.
country.
So dramatic. I wanted
You
my
can't
out
let
though.
You can't let dinner die, dude.
You're not going.
Oh.
I'm not
Yeah.
going.
Yeah. So
Now,
what?
if Sadie was going,
I'm going to meet Jason, to be clear. And I'm just hoping Tyler's not like fucking planning to be super gay the whole time.
Oh, come on, dude.
What, you're saying you think he's definitely gonna be gay the whole time?
Could go either
Yeah,
way.
dude. Come on now.
I think you're all going to be a little gay tomorrow night.
All right, kick this guy out of here. Get Jason out of here. He's not helping us progress. We're supposed to be talking about Trump, and Jason comes in here and he's making everything gay.
Yeah,
I'm getting
we're
really
not
sick and tired of
ascending
him.
now. We're not looks maxing anymore.
Yeah, we're
Well,
freaking,
that's why I'm not
We're
on
done
camera.
ascending.
we're fag maxing as of now. It's happening.
Whoa. I don't know about that. I don't like that word.
What?
Jester maxing?
I'm closeted. And thus it.
Sing a
Homo
song.
maxing?
No, I'm kidding. I'm homophobic is the bit. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ugh.
We're slosh casting
Ugh.
now.
Hey, are you gonna
We did-
wear
what
your
else?
hair? Are you gonna wear your hair slicked back tomorrow night?
Slicked
So you
back?
can see your wonderful hairline.
It's gonna be after he's done with all y'all.
You want me to come to the fucking dinner like this? Should I have the little
Yeah.
1920s
Yeah.
gangster hair? Maybe not.
The greaser hair?
Yeah, slicked all the way back. That way everyone can see your awesome hairline.
But hey, my hairline is not that bad. Is the thing.
Your hairline's worse than me, and I'm like
It's
20 years your
honestly,
senior.
Probably, maybe that's possible. I don't know.
Check it out, Bubba. Mine's pretty bad too.
See? And Landon.
Me and Pentuple are both freakishly tall and bald.
I bet Landon will get it worse than both of us.
Landon's probably already
I
bald.
still have hair. I still have hair.
Landon's going. If Landon goes into schizo mode that many times in a year, I mean, he's got to be bald by now.
What is that? Is that
This
pie? or is
cheesecake
that-
I made. I made a
That
cheesecake.
looks like mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
It's a cheesecake. It's dripping on it, though I don't want it to drip on my computer.
Yeah, because I probably won't be in the area for quite a while. You know, moving to the land of the Momos.
The Mohicans?
The more Jamaican guys, the Mormons.
Any guesses?
Oh, Utah?
Yeah.
The place is supposed to be pretty sick.
It'll be pretty something.
Pretty tight?
I'm gonna be Joseph Smith in it or something. I don't know.
I like what you're telling me.
Maybe Brian Boitano in it.
I like that.
We should start a Bitcoin channel.
All right, let's talk about Bitcoin. What do you guys think?
I think Bitcoin.
It's fake and gay.
Everyone should buy it right now, in that it's the most important thing.
It's a Jeffrey Epstein coin.
Do you actually believe that is made by like the CIA and stuff like that?
I don't know.
Because no one knows where it came from.
I mean, back in the day, its main function was drugs, dude. There was like no other reason to use Bitcoin. It was for Silk Road transactions.
Yeah, but
and nothing else.
Now it's like.
Yeah, but its economy though is built off of Silk Road transactions. Like that money didn't disappear. Like built it into Bitcoin.
Yeah, but it doesn't always have to be.
Like it's still used for sex trafficking and organ trafficking, and probably in large numbers though, dude, compared to other transactions.
Not good.
They're trying to get Nancy Guthrie back with fucking Bitcoin.
Well, that is true, but that's just because of how it works.
Right. Almost like all nefarious trafficking should be used with like Bitcoin.
Well, yeah, but all
They got Zcash now.
legal transactions should be too.
Bitcoin's too traceable
legal
now. Everybody's going to
transactions.
Zcash.
Legal transactions should be done with XRP and nothing else, actually.
I agree with
Look,
that actually, and that's a totally unbiased take from my side. It's not.
There's actual less cocaine on Bitcoin than there is on $1 bills. I mean, but that's because Bitcoin doesn't exist. It's not real. Just like XRP isn't real. All crypto coin is
I
fake.
sold XRPs and I got cold hard American US dollars for it, so
Yes, 'cause you found a sucker to
seemed
buy.
pretty real when I had to pay the fucking taxes on it.
Yeah,
It's just
well,
as
when
real
I-
as the US dollar, man. It's the same thing.
But when I sold my Bitcoin and my XRP, I got the same deal. Got cold hard cash for it, but you know, I still don't believe in it.
That's how it's supposed to
It's the same thing as your
be.
dollar. It's just the dollar just is like a tangible way to represent what you have. It's all fake money.
All money is fake,
Yeah, there you go.
unless we actually, you know, use
True transaction.
actual, you know, things to back it. You know, like oil or.
How much do you barter? We should.
Yeah,
have
it
barter.
depends. What country am I in? Because in Turkey, that's all I did.
I could really go for a box of condoms right now.
Dude, I know.
I really need that.
where I can get you however many you could possibly want.
I really need some of those bad boys. Where do you know where I can find some of those? I'll barter a couple of goats, a couple of cactuses. I'm a cactus farmer.
I'll send you a couple hundred, and you just owe me.
Okay. Yeah.
One day I'll.
You can pay me in Middle Eastern girlfriends,
Remember
aka
I
goats.
gave you 200 condoms. I'm gonna cash in that favor, and I need 200 condoms now.
All I got is cactuses. Sorry.
It's only fair that if I gave you 2 condoms or 200, sorry, an equal favor of return. Say, hey, bro.
Yeah, I have cacti. I have many cactuses.
I need 200 condoms. Honestly, I should just go sell, like, put these in some, like, bunker. Like, these should be in the bunker for sure. This is analog birth control. Like, I don't know, what's more efficient in
Yeah,
space?
end of the
Condoms or
year
birth
shit,
control pills?
end of the world shit.
Ooh, bury it in the backyard and make it like a time capsule.
Dude,
So
I
people in the
should make a
future, when they
time
dig it up,
capsule
they're like,
that
"This guy
is
was a horny
literally
bitch."
just 1,000 expired condoms. Or it should wait.
Yeah.
We should put it in the
Dude.
city, and the day of opening should be the expiration date, so that the city opens it and then passes them out, and everyone celebrates by using them before they expire.
And the
That would
condoms
be
break,
such a
and then the
wholesome
birth
community
rate
moment.
rises,
It would be a
and the
wholesome
whole
community.
plan's completed.
Diabolical.
Should I just go
I like this
start putting
scenario.
condoms on like everything? I have 1,000.
On
I have
people?
That's what the health
ev-
department. That's what the health department was gonna
No.
do with them. You're like, what are the health department gonna do with them? They were gonna give them to everybody. That's what they were gonna do.
Go out at 3 a.m. and put all 1,000 condoms on every spoke of the fence in my community, at my apartment building. So when people wake up, there's just a condom on every single spoke of the fence, like down the entire road. That would be kind of funny. I'm gonna think about that one. That would be. A good
I respect that.
one. Yeah.
You know what you could do? You could put a condom on every exhaust you come across.
Ooh.
Is that gonna get me arrested?
It'll blow up like a
No.
balloon and pop.
Yeah, it'll just cause random pops.
Like Lee Malvo.
Put it on CJ's truck.
Much like ice, there'll
should-
just be random
oh.
explosions happen around.
Just start
I
leaving
should
them,
go
leaving
to
them in
his
CJ's
house.
truck.
I could never pull this off. I should go to his house and just like put all of his guns and ammo in condoms. Imagine just every magazine he has in a separate condom, all his little pistols in a condom.
You can really turn this joke around on him now that you have all these weapons to use against him.
It's true. I should make
I think that's the best use of them.
What can I do with 999 condoms?
I don't know. Just
Better
name-
question is, what can you not do with them?
Ooh.
I'm just saying, I want to do something creative and artistic and artsy with it.
Okay, I got the idea.
Yeah.
Go to the grocery store, get a lot of bacon, and cook it. Okay, save the grease, fill the condoms with the bacon grease, and throw it at your local mosque.
Ooh. Hate crime.
It isn't a hate crime.
Do the hate crime dance. Dude, you could probably like get so much
Did he
freaking.
retweet it? He said only the best should do if they want to use. What is that fucking noise thing?
Yeah, who's vacuuming?
What's she doing?
Radios.
Can you not be a woman for one stream?
She like impulsively had to go do
Literally
women
spent too long
shit.
trying to be a man that she's like, her woman duties are kicking and she's vacuuming or something.
She was like, vacuum, and she's like left.
No, a liquid IV packet exploded all over my kitchen. I had to sweep it up.
Okay. Alright, whatever. Fair enough. I spilled 1,000 condoms on my carpet earlier and I had to clean those up, so.
And slowly, might I add.
Yeah, I was not impressed with your record time there.
Yeah, but
Gibbs would have got them picked up with only his mouth.
it's harder than
And he'd have done it in a quarter of the time.
largely on how spread out it is, because if it's more spread out, it's like obviously harder.
Gibbs would have just pulled out his butt and just sucked him up like a vacuum. The glare.
Ugh.
Do we lose all momentum what we were talking about before? What about the Trump thing? I still have no idea what's going on right now.
What Trump thing? Are you talking about the SCOTUS decision?
Yeah, do we even talk about that? Like, we just kind of watched it.
Yeah, we watched it.
Just like watched it.
Yeah, but that's good. We did watch it. We all got to see it. That was what people are here for. MAGA headquarters is to see that. Like, oh, Trump spoke today. That'll be aired on MAGA headquarters, of course, because this is the point of the show. And then Trump won. And then now it's like we still do that, but it's like it's less pertinent. But it's getting more important because the elections are coming up again. So we got to get back on this, everyone. We need to lock in. We all need to vote against the retards. Also, I continue to endorse Valentina Gomez, for the record. She was treated unfairly. Did you know that they took away her ability to vote, but she can still run? She can't vote though.
Why can't she vote?
Because her voter registration has a PO box on it instead of her property address.
Okay.
And they told her.
Oh, she can correct that.
They told her, they notified her of this the day after the registration deadline. So she can amend it.
So are you voting in Texas 23rd?
31st.
For Brandon Herrera?
Yeah, Brandon Herrera.
I don't live there. I'm in 31.
Well, you should go register in 23.
That's
vote there Tuesday.
How it works.
That's the most
yeah, it's
important
exactly how it works. You go to look. All you got to do is go to San Antonio. You don't have to show ID there because it's a blue city, and you can vote for Brandon Herrera 15 times.
Yeah.
Then you go to El Paso and you do the same thing.
Has he run before and lost?
Yes,
barely. He barely lost it.
Barely. He lost in a runoff and was 400 votes shy of beating the incumbent.
Crazy.
He's beating the
He'll
incumbent
win this time. Yeah.
He's gonna win now, yeah.
Especially since Tony Gonzalez's former lover set herself on fire.
Oh right, yeah.
That guy's got so many skeletons, dude. It's politicians, man.
Dude, do you guys remember Angela Belcamino from the old Trump Twitter days? You definitely got to remember her, Sadie, right? She's like based now.
Of course I do.
She's like mocking the Democrats now.
I think she's always been kind of. That's been the point.
She was always parody.
I think so.
That's
yeah.
She's trying to make money, dude.
I literally fell so hard for that shit back in like the early Trump days. I was like always responding to her like, "You idiot! That's such a stupid thing to say." And now I'm reading it and I'm like, "Oh fuck."
You just now getting the joke.
Calling for like an obvious bot or like an obvious joke, and you're like, "Oh, you picked up on it and they didn't." I'm like, "Damn."
Kind of like all those OnlyFans girls that you thought you were chatting to, just to turn out with some Pajit in India.
Yep.
Actually,
yep.
That, like I never have had an OnlyFans account, and it's not something I've talked about. And you just pulled that.
That's right. It's your grinder.
Actually, isn't that? I just thought that was crazy. That's where my brain went. Was wow. Thanks, Jason, for slandering me. We've never done that. I know people.
Just think you get all this in person tomorrow.
That'll be fine. Sadie did say expect the exact same in person.
Sadie will tell you I'm exactly who I pretend to be on the internet.
So am I.
So
it was very easy. It was very easy for us to talk to each other. It was no different than this right here.
Yeah, Gen X people, we're legit. We're for real on God.
Is like, dude, we're not live. Let's stop joking around with that.
Oh my.
We're not online. We're out in public. Please. It's just gonna be so gay. I want to pull a prank on Tyler, and I feel like that'd be funny. Tyler doesn't know about the.
Yeah, I know. You can't read the room. We know.
Are you ready to pull that? Is my function shit, bro? No, shut. Jason's
What?
probably
I mean, yeah, you sound like shit with your mic sitting on the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. Can we pull a prank on Tyler?
Like what?
Like we go to the restaurant next door and don't tell him until we're driving home. I'm just kidding. No, we
Jesus.
should do a prank though. We should pull a prank. We should pull a really mean-spirited prank that he's like, oh, these people actually hate me, and I feel bad about it. And we can drive home
Why?
feeling kind of bad about it. I'd actually prefer. I'd hope that we feel a little bad driving home to make it just.
Why would I want to do anything mean to Tyler? What has he done to me?
Hey, well, you know what? I'm gonna call up Tyler and see if we can do something fucking mean to you. So you either side
Do
with
something
me.
mean to me. I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Well, Tyler said he's
Just
okay with
remember.
it too.
Just remember, I am meaner than any of y'all.
No,
Probably
That's
all
why
of
he
y'all.
needs
combined.
help.
You're
That's
a
why he needs help
sweetheart.
being mean to Tyler. We're back at the beginning, Jason.
We're pulling a prank, and the prank is gonna be that he should. Oh wait, it's a really
You're gonna
nice
kiss him on the
restaurant,
mouth.
right? It's a really nice restaurant, right? As soon as his like food gets delivered, we should just like dump hella salt on it, like hella salt.
Whoa.
They'll just bring more food. They'll just bring more food, dumbass.
No.
Yeah.
That's
Because
so
it's a
how
Brazilian steakhouse, you know how it works.
steakhouse.
It'd be even funnier the
Unlimited
second
food.
time then, Sadie. It'd be even funnier the second time.
Now I've
should-
never been to one. Sadie, it's like all you can eat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You get a card. You get a
it-
card that's green on one side and red on the other side, and as long as your card is up in green, they're gonna keep bringing you food.
Oh, that's fucking sick.
Yeah,
Get
so you
picanha.
can like turn it
You want
over and
picanha.
take a break, or you can turn it back over. Or like something's coming to the table and you don't want it, you can just turn your card over.
Okay. So wear elastic waistband pants. Got it.
Yeah, no bullshit. Don't fuck with that bread either. You'll get made fun of. They're gonna bring bread to the table first thing. You better not touch it. Whoever touches it is gay.
Wait, that's how it works?
Yeah, you don't want to fill up on bread before you start eating meat, dude. It's the best meat you've
Yeah.
ever had in your life.
Yeah, don't
Okay.
eat the bread.
No bread. Don't eat the bread. Remind me that. Don't eat the
Dude,
bread.
it's just like eating
bread's a
the
trick.
tortilla. Just like eating tortilla chips at the Mexican restaurant, dude.
Fill you up for no reason.
I'm not gonna eat until tomorrow's dinner.
You shouldn't, for real. We used to be a thing for us. Like we used to go like parties of like 26 to these places. It's an experience.
Is it? All right.
Yeah, I love it.
Christmas.
What you do is you eat a light snack tonight. You eat a light snack in the morning.
You're gonna walk in there all woozy like a girl. Like I didn't eat all day. I'm hangry.
Go lift a little bit. You know, build up I know the 25 pounds that you bench press won't be much, but it'll be better than what you normally do.
That again with the slander. There could be a nice young.
The bar's too heavy.
People could believe this in chat. You need to stop.
Dude, I've seen you struggle with the bar, motherfucker.
No, you haven't. You've not seen me struggle with the bar. Neither a
I have.
physical one or the one I took in Maryland. You have not seen me struggle with any bar ever.
You
Your
struggled on live with the bar. It almost choked you and killed you at 2:00 in the morning.
That happened
Facts.
once, and it wasn't the bar. And it wasn't the bar. That was not the bar. And also, it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. And also, I had done like 100 of these because I was doing them every 8 minutes.
Yes, because you fucked
And
up and you let me do that to
I
you.
deleted the VOD, so there's no evidence of this. So.
Or so you think.
It was a funny ass
There
clip
might
though.
be. There might be. Sad Boy probably clipped it.
Thank God Scuba's on his way home and I don't have to do this anymore.
Is that how this works?
This stream turned to shit.
We covered the tariffs, but it's just gay because nothing changes. He just re-establishes the exact same tariffs. My XRP didn't go up. Enrique Tarrio's hosting episode 001 of his new show, I guess. Interesting. Rob Norris live.
Enrique's very nice.
Enrique, you like Enrique?
Yeah, he's a very nice guy.
Is he a Fed?
Cassie knows him too. Our girl Cassie.
That's right.
Miami people.
She didn't even know he was like Proud Boys. She was like, "What?"
Bring a couple dated magazines.
I was looking at
just in case.
I was
Bring
looking
it back
into
there.
the PBs back in like 2016.
I want to know how you joined the Fed's Patriot Front.
You would have to ask the Lincoln Project or Connor.
Those pedos suck. I hate them. They're on Twitter and they're annoying. Fuck the
They're-
Lincoln Project.
They're not
They're
far.
fucking
They're not
leftists.
far between me and Frost. They're like right in between me and Frost, somewhere in
Who is?
Tennessee, Smoky
Who is-
Mountains.
who is it?
Patriot Front. The
Oh, really?
feds that show up in the masks. Yeah, they have like a compound out there in East Tennessee.
For real? What the fuck?
Mhm.
It's called Patriot Front.
And it's
too.
weird,
The
like
front of Patriot.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
right.
the ones that march around with the masks.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about.
should
They're all the same
infiltrate.
height, and none of them are 5'2", so they've got to be feds.
Have we ever heard anything about the Charlie Kirk thing? Nothing happened there.
No.
Like, it was Tyler Robinson, right? Is that everyone agrees? Or what? Or did we just move
I
on?
don't know.
We're waiting for the case? What's Candace doing right now? What's she talking about? What's, like, Candace's big thing right now? There's got to be a big
I
thing
don't know.
right now for Candace. What do you think
Let's
would
see.
happen if Candace got fucking assassinated? Do you think people would be like, okay, time to fucking shit hit the fan? Or no?
Maybe like a bunch of people blaming the Jays. It's a big.
Well, yeah, but like, what
thing.
would it have been? If who would kill Candace?
The
What
Jays.
if the Jays came up
Just
to
to-
you, Frost? Just
so
hypothetically. I just wanna see
Frost
if
had
this
to
would
say it
pass,
was.
Frost. I just want to see hypothetically if Frost would accept it in this one rare hypothetical scenario where like the Jews and Benjamin Netanyahu come up to your face and tell you that they're doing all of this on purpose. Would you then maybe be like, "Oh, hey, maybe the Jews are doing that?" Just hypothetically. If that happened,
If they did,
Benjamin Netanyahu told you
so-
himself, he's like, "Yes, I've been trying to corrupt the West, destabilize, hope it collapses. The Israeli government will take over." Would
What?
you then
What
be
kind of
like,
hypothetical is
maybe they have a point to what they're saying? 'Cause we're getting there.
Hypothetically, if he said
We'll
that,
make him
if
confess.
the leader of Israel said that, then I'd have to say yes. What kind of that's the
Okay,
dumbest
all
hypothetical
right.
ever.
No, it's just okay because you're always like you're so dismissive when we say, the Jews. You're always like, oh, you're just another crazy person talking about the Jews.
No, it's
But
because most of the
one
time
day-
the shit that they blame him on is never credible.
like 9/11, not credible.
That's a
The
theory.
USS Liberty, not credible.
That was one
USS
incident. There's all kinds of incidents where our ships get attacked and other fucking
Leaving
actions
my
all the
eggs
time.
out overnight on my counter. Not the
That was
Jews.
you, not the Jews.
Not the Jews. Oh,
and
okay.
hold on.
The Liberty
Hey, how
so
many
low
times?
IQ.
Hold on. How many times have Americans opened fire on themselves in combat?
We're not talking about America right now.
Oh
Well,
my God.
I'm just saying.
Israel.
The Liberty is such a low IQ fucking debate, dude. I'm not doing this today.
Yeah,
No, it's
just-
not.
it's too
It's not
exhausting.
because
It's
they
extremely low
literally
IQ.
said, "Let's kill some Americans." Can't believe you missed that when you read about it, but that happened.
Yeah, they're at war
They
with
said
Egypt.
openly,
There's people out in the
"Hey, this
ocean.
is a
3
shit."
guys said,
Yeah.
I don't think it was them. They got no restitution, but they gave the states $800 million in restitution for it. Like it's just all kinds of
Oh
shit.
yeah,
dude.
would we
You
use
just
that
gotta-
to
it's just
pay their
Buddhism.
$3.3 billion memorandum of understanding?
Were you there? Were you there in
I
the
was-
planes and on the boats? to see it
No, but I've
happen?
heard a story about it from someone who works in the military, and if you connect through probably 10 or 11 people, it's probably not that far.
Wow. Wow. So he
Okay,
was there.
No, I wasn't
So I
there,
know
but
the
somebody
guy.
who was there told the story to other people, obviously, because how are we talking about it? How do I even know that the ship exists?
Because there's
So
every story that comes out of anything, there's always a guy who's gonna be a fucking like, what is the
because
word?
you talk to Adam,
Opposition.
and Adam blames everything on the Jews.
Lots of things
Adam does
are
Like
blame
Israel,
everything on
Israel's
the Jews.
corrupt, but I don't think that one scenario that happened in the 70s is credible. Like it's like one thing that
Yeah,
happened
60.
like in
That
the
was in
70s,
67. But
60s. We're
yeah,
talking about the 60s here. One
Yeah.
thing,
yeah.
one ship got attacked. It happens. Like shit happens. Fog of war, dude.
Shit happens. Oh, oops, we just attacked an Israel. We just accidentally attacked Israel. Oops. Would you
So that
believe
just means what? They just they
Would you
kind of
believe
get a
that
little
if we
jab. They're like,
accidentally attacked them?
so what was their point of attacking the ship? They're kind of like, oh, we're gonna get these guys today.
No,
We're
I'm
gonna
saying,
get
like,
What if we
that's a
nuked
pretty
we're gonna
Chicago?
get them.
egregious mistake. Somebody should have been fucking fired.
Yeah, how many?
But
Yeah,
what if we
dude,
nuke Chicago?
all kinds of people got in trouble
Yay!
for that.
My
Now you're
husband's
talking.
home. I'm done with this. My husband's home. Yay!
Take care.
Bye,
You just like it's just like that same thing where like the Instagram reels just taught you so much about the USS Liberty that you just believe it, dude.
No, I
It's
didn't
just
learn about it
it's
from
too
Instagram
controversial.
reels.
It's too controversial. Like you know like there's somewhere in the middle. It's probably just like where you just need to stand on that one.
No,
It's just
See,
retarded.
I'll tell
It's
you.
lowbrow.
I'll tell you. The SS Liberty incident is not controversial. It happened.
Well,
End
I
of
mean, like
story.
the intent is controversial.
Oh no. See,
Oopsie
here's the deal. You never
whoopsie.
know the intent.
It's just
You actually
attacked
never
a
know the
ship that
intent.
we didn't know was the U.S.
Yeah. Hold
Those
on.
planes are
So
fast.
so
There's a little bitty
during
boat with a flag. I don't know.
They deny Jesus.
during the
Why do we defend
Afghanistan
them?
during the Afghanistan campaign, we massacred half of a Canadian battalion by accident. Whoopsie poopsie.
Those are
Shit
Canadians.
happens.
Yeah, what was our intent there?
Those are Canadians.
What was our
I
intent
don't-
though?
This is
But what was
totally
our
irrelevant.
intent?
It doesn't matter.
Oh, what was the intent? So you should know the intent of that one, right? You were there.
I
You know
actually
what
was
happened.
there.
Canadians.
I know exactly what happened.
Because
I know
you know
exactly
what's
what
crazy about that is like we're just hearing about like different sides telling us something that happened what 50, 60 years ago, and we're just like,
Yeah.
oh, and so now we're Buddhists, right? Like we have very minimal
Whoa.
sources and just claims, and
No.
we just gotta be like, well, I want to join this side because I like the Fuentes guys.
No,
Those guys
we're
are really
saying-
cool.
Okay. Who killed
Like
Abraham
like just
Lincoln?
believe in God and believe in God's word. Like we don't know. Like we don't know anything. Like how are we supposed to know anything for certain? Unless we have like and like unless we see like the
So,
Somali daycares, we
what
can get
if
on board
the
with that,
enemies
right?
of the
For sure,
Christian
because that's
West-
very evident.
Okay, so what? All these subversive elements of our culture and government and corporations and stuff, the subversive nature of a lot of the corruption. Who is it? What does bind the group that's
All right,
doing
let's just
that?
get back to the USS Liberty. What's the intent? What is the intent?
No, it's just they're the people that deny Christ.
I don't.
and
You haven't even
the
answered
USS
anything that I claimed. Like, okay,
Fuck the
so let's
USS
say
Liberty.
you're.
Right.
Let's say,
I don't know anything about it.
it's retarded. We have no idea what that is. It's just nonsense.
boat,
Like
right?
you can't make that claim. Oh, they clipped coins and they got kicked out of a country. Everybody everywhere gets kicked out of countries all throughout time, and everybody's coin clipping back in the 1400s. Every race in every country was going to other borders and coin clipping. But we want a hypervision on this one scenario where some Jews got kicked out of England, right? It's the same thing. Like, who cares? It's all retarded shit.
No, because
It's all just Buddhism. It's literally fucking Buddhism. It's how you feel. It's how you want to feel about something.
No.
It's low IQ. Read the Bible. Like, read the fucking Bible. It's in Revelation. You're not reading the
doesn't
Bible.
the Revelations say that like the Jews are gonna be like
There's the Jews are denying Christ. Yes, they're not
Yeah.
gonna be saved. They deny Christ. It has nothing to do with fucking a corrupt government. Like they have a corrupt government, it's no doubt, but they don't control the world. We are accountable for our own actions here in the States.
Well, there's no like control of the
They don't
world,
control the
but
whole
they
U.S.
can
military like they
control
say.
certain influences. And those
Yeah,
influences add
they
up.
have political influence. I'm not denying that, and I believe
it's
Israel's a corrupt
significant
nation.
political influence. Dude, they fund Charlie
But they
Kirk
don't
said
control
it. They
our
fund
minds.
a lot of the woke shit. Like it is
No,
it is like involved in it's in our culture.
You're gonna snowball into these kids that I have to talk to that I know from my other church, where they think that Jews control all of the military, every single politician. We are all under a big mass brainwash right now, and it's all Jewish. Like, it's crazy what these kids think now. It's gonna snowball. You gotta be careful with this shit, because the liberty is so retarded, and then the fucking the coin clipping, all that shit. It's like, come on, dude.
I
We
just
don't know.
think the
We have
Jews
no
should
idea what's
live in
going on here.
Israel. Is that what is so bad about that though?
That's fine. Yeah.
We should be like,
What's
hey,
wrong
you're
with that?
Jewish? Okay. You can go live
Yeah,
in
but
Israel.
you brought up the liberty, which is a stupid argument. But yeah, that's fine.
No,
you
you
can
were
believe that.
just saying like, oh, they always talk about stuff that's unsubstantiated, and then I listed a bunch of things like
That were
9/11.
unsubstantiated. Yeah, I just destroyed your argument. Like, it was easy.
COVID. Yeah, they only own 93 senators. They only have APAC
Dude,
as the most powerful foreign lobbying group.
Yeah, APAC is a good argument. I agree with APAC. I think it's suspicious. I think they do
Well,
have political
hold
influence.
on.
Yeah, but then what do you
yes.
think
Hold
that
on.
influences? Like,
Wait,
ultimately?
stop.
All right, let the Jews
How did you
speak.
describe that? How did you describe that? It was the largest what?
Me or Frost?
You called it the largest what kind of lobbyist?
Foreign lobbying?
Okay, see, automatic misinformation. It's American lobby.
Yeah, but for a foreign interest.
No. No,
Israeli.
it is an American lobby. It is not
What's the I stand
considered
for
a
in
foreign
APAC?
lobbyist.
What's the I stand for in APAC?
Israel.
Is that a foreign country?
But you do realize, hold on, wait, stop. Are there Jewish people in America?
Yeah. Fuck,
Are
I never
there
thought of that.
Christian
Shit.
Zionists? Are there Christian Zionists in America?
I guess, yeah.
You guess? No, it's a yes or no
What does that
question.
fucking
Is
mean?
it
A
are there
Zionist?
Christian?
Like, I don't know. It depends on what you mean by Zionist. Some definitions, I'm a fucking Zionist. I don't know.
Okay, look, we'll go under the least charitable version of a Zionist, meaning that you believe that Israel has the right to exist, it does exist, and that it is the biblical the current country is considered the biblical version of Israel.
Well, I don't know about.
And they want the success of
certainly
it,
have
so the
same
Armageddon
right as
can
any
come.
other country that has a government.
Well, so the most charitable is, does Israel exist? If you say yes, congratulations, you're a Zionist. But I'm going with the least charitable.
Okay.
So, with the least charitable definition of Zionist, do you believe that there are such things as Christian Zionist in America?
I presume so.
I would more
does
than
that
presume
matter?
so,
What
because
does that
we know,
matter, though?
because Mike Huckabee is a great example of that. But so why wouldn't there be a lobby for that?
No, why is the lobby have so much influence? It's not like just a casual lobby that provides some advice. This is like one of the most,
Because there's people
the way that
with
APAC
money.
goes on a lot of lobbying is the way things end up, is the point. Forget like the
Because-
size, all that stuff. When APAC steps
Hold
in
on.
and lobbies for something, they get what they want. Almost all
So what
the
happened
time.
what happened in 1939?
I don't know. That was gay back then.
An entire you're gay today too, so there's not much difference. But in 1939, there was an entire ship of Jews turned away who talked about the Holocaust. And there's actually people who understand the history of America and actually feel guilty about that, because they kind of half-assed participated in the Holocaust by denying the entry. They feel they denied that they participated due to denying that Jewish ship from being allowed to immigrate to America. That's why AIPAC is so big. There's a lot of guilt surrounding that.
APAC is so big because like that's a small group of people. I was like, okay, maybe like
thousands of people were turned away, and they ended up a lot
Yeah,
of them
but
being
the
a lot of their remains were found in freaking concentration camps.
Yeah, but
We
this
were
is,
not
like,
aware
all-
of what was
all-
going on in the Holocaust at the time, but hindsight is 20/20, and people regret things. It does happen. And do you blame the racial Jews for holding something over the heads of people who feel guilty if
No,
it
I'm
accommodates
saying
them and helps
when
them?
we talk about let's take it. All right, let's start with this. Do we agree that there's a corrupt director in Hollywood inserting corrupt woke fucking bullshit into all of the stuff that he touches?
I believe there's corruption everywhere, my guy.
Now I want to
I
take
believe
this
there's
Jewish
corruption
director
everywhere.
and say, hey, why is this Jewish director doing this? Is it because he has some secret agreement with people, or is it because he's Jewish and he denies Christ?
So this is like an ethnically Jew kind of guy, right? He's not a Jew. He's not like a conservative, God-believing Jew. He's a secular guy, right?
Okay. So Pentuple doesn't understand that there's different denominations of Judaism.
Understand that
like all Orthodox and Hasidics are all conservative, for example, and all seculars are basically.
Seculars aren't even. They're not religious. Seculars aren't even religious, and the religious ones that are on the left, they're part of the Reform of Judaism, which actually goes against the Torah and everything else.
Yeah,
because they accept homosexuals and shit like that.
Okay.
So kind of
Either
like
way,
the Episcopals, Lutherans, and shit like that. They go against the actual biblical text. They go against their own holy doctrine in the name of social justice.
There's plenty of Jewish Christians that, people who are Israeli who believe in God, right? Like this is like
they don't believe in God.
confusing.
I
But
thought. They believe in Jesus.
Christ, yeah, you know what I meant by God. Like Christ, Jesus is God. So, I don't know. Like the religious thing kind of doesn't make sense, but for the most part, it just doesn't make sense to have like half of like an ethnic people be super conservative and then the other half be super, radical lefty. It seems like there's a big split there. So do we generalize all those people? Are they all part of the same cabal? You know what I mean? Like it's just ridiculous.
So let's bring it to the Christian side. What about the United Methodist versus the American Methodist movement?
Together,
exactly.
DC and in LA and in New York, and have these really
they live everywhere, my guy.
Really fucking high-rise, nice properties, and congregate and
Jews everywhere,
together. Those are the ones.
Jews are the best in the Middle East. They did pretty good. Like they're just naturally like better off than most people. It's part of their culture.
Dude,
they're all lawyers and doctors and shit for a reason, right? I mean,
well, they're lawyers. There's actual historical reasons behind being lawyers, and there's also historical reasons about them being in entertainment.
What's the historical reason for them being lawyers?
It's part of their culture. That's what I'm saying.
Well, so the historical reason why so many Jews are lawyers is very simple. When you have the Jewish diaspora sent out across Europe and everything, a lot of Christian nations who hated Jews would develop laws. Same thing in the Middle East. So in order to protect themselves, they became lawyers. That way they could utilize the laws and find loopholes in them in order to survive.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Of course you don't believe it, because it fucks up everything you think.
No, because it just sounds.
But that's
like
the actual historical
bullshit.
reality of it.
It just sounds like bullshit.
Why does it sound like bullshit, Mr. Attorney?
Because it's just like that. It's like
why
it's
does
like
it
treating it like a
sound,
TV
dude?
show. It's kind of like treating it like
Your entire trade. Wait, your entire trade is wordsmithing.
Every single place they had to do that.
Have you ever talked to a Jew about the interpretations of the Torah?
No.
Have you ever, like, Muslims debate
Why would I talk
what is
to a Jew?
in the Quran? Muslims debate what's in the Quran and what it means. Guess what? Jews do the same thing with the Torah. You know what? Christians do the same thing.
Right.
With the Bible. Okay.
Yeah.
There is a legalistic.
That one guy was the Messiah. What was his name?
Yeshua.
Forgot, even though he's the most important, literally person ever of all time.
Yeshua.
Yeah, he's like
man.
core. That's the
Ryan,
point.
dude, chill. Like, dude, your arguments are just so stop.
No, dude, we're not.
I'm seriously.
It's so backhanded. It's so
question
backhanded.
how
like,
the
are we
fuck
gonna discuss
you
this? Or are we
passed
just
the
gonna play
bar.
around?
How is it backhanded? What's backhanded about it?
Because you're a condescending little fuck. You're like Pisco.
Exactly.
No, I'm
you really
just
are.
saying, like, it's such a.
He's being
like
but he's actually giving you points, and you're just like being condescending in return. Like you're not even like you're not being valid. Like at least have an argument, bro.
Dude,
All right, go ahead.
much like your grinder date, I'm blowing your back out, okay?
And you're getting roasted
plenty
too.
of
It's
condoms
not looking
for
good
it.
for you, bro.
But the reality is, I can give you legitimate reasons, and you'll go, yeah, but because you're
What
you're
you
a
said,
fucking
how
attorney.
do you
Your
even
entire
substantiate
job,
what you said? How do you
your
substantiate what you
entire
said? Because one person wrote that happened to like their community in their life? Like,
no, you can actually look at what the laws are at the time over in Europe, over in the Middle East, and you can see
yeah, well,
how
that would
they
make
were
sense
written.
why they were lawyers at that time.
Hold on, can we
Because-
pause?
Why does that explain
I gotta
why they're
think.
lawyers today?
But that's like saying like the
Do you
one
think-
person that was on that fucking boat said that they totally knew the fucking flag was there, and it was like literally like one politician that brought this
But-
whole thing to attention back in the USS Liberty. You know what I mean?
okay.
So like having
Well,
one
hold on.
person say that is like that's like our argument for that last
hold on.
point that I made.
Wait, there's not one.
So you want to? No, you asked the question. I'll happily answer it. Why do we see them as lawyers today? What do you think? Jewish persecution has just gone away? Motherfucker, you rail against the Jews every day. You're one of the persecutors.
Really? That's the persecution
Dude,
they're facing?
you
is
would
me on
actually,
my Twitch
dude,
joking
you would
about it?
actually nail Jesus to the cross today.
Dude, I'm just saying.
This is
I have
how
a much.
this is
better
how much of
answer
a
for
fucking
why
saying.
Jews are attorneys today, because their parents.
Have you
raised
ever
them
heard?
well.
Have you
They
ever
a
heard
strong
about carrying on
culture and a
family
cohesive
traditions and
family
stuff?
unit. Every Jew I've ever
Do
known
you-
lived in a fucking amazing house and had a very strong, cohesive family unit.
I grew up knowing many poor
crack
Jews
for that.
and
No, I'm just saying it's
I
like,
mean,
it's
I
because
just-
they're persecuted.
all I'm hearing
it's
is
like,
jealousy.
no, it's because
All
they
I'm
raised
hearing
their
is
kids
jealousy.
and they're intelligent.
all I'm hearing is jealousy from fucking
How is it
white trash
jealousy?
middle class.
They
that couldn't
are
fucking-
intelligent. I mean,
yeah,
that's
that's
what
what
no,
I'm saying.
they are-
You're saying like they're persecuted.
It's a
like it's
cultural
like black
thing.
people making it
Yes,
to the
they are
NBA because
persecuted.
they're in poverty, which is also not
No.
true.
Black people make it in the NBA because they actually throw their entire lives into a stupid fucking child's game, and less than 1% of them who actually try make it. What you see in the NBA is the cream of the crop, and what you see on the side of the roads, fucked up on fucking smack and weed and everything else, are the rest of them, okay? And what you see in the poverty line are the single mothers of the offspring of those waste of DNA.
You know, most of the people who make it to the NBA were like grew up pretty well off and had
Kobe Bean
solid
Bryant would
training
like
in
to talk to
basketball.
you.
Like, there's
Kobe
Anyways,
Bean Bryant
Poor, the poor
would
black
like
kid
to
is
talk
literally
to
a
you.
movie that they make about a person
Okay.
when it happens.
Hold on, let's get back on track. Like, so
Well, it's analogous.
why
I'm just
why
saying-
why do you think Israel controls the world? Just
Why
just
do
the
I think
APAC thing?
Israel controls the world. I don't think Israel controls the world in that sense. I'm just saying I think
Okay.
when we talk
So
about
you're like a centrist with it.
No, I'm just saying like when we talk about the deep state or like the corrupt elements, it's like what motivates them, right? Like what motivates us? What motivates our side?
Okay. So I'll tell you this. The reason why you find Jewish people in high states of power is because of what our culture actually reveres to be good.
Right, but it's not
Okay,
just that, it's also that they happen to be the one in positions of power that have a lot of influence over the culture.
How do you
and
think
the
they got
government.
there, my guy?
It's not
Do you
about
think
how
it
they
just
got
happened
there. It's just
overnight?
saying what motivates
No,
those
it
people that are
actually it
Jewish
does
and in
matter.
these
It actually
positions.
does matter how they got there, because here's the funny thing.
Why
Here's
does
the
it
funny thing
matter
about
how
all
they
of
got
it.
there? All
Why
of them
is
got
it?
there
Why
differently.
stop? Why is it that, with the exception of one president in history, all presidents have a connection to one of 13 different families
This
who
is
helped
a
found
total
America?
derail, but we could talk about it, I guess.
No, it's not a derail.
Oh,
But
those
why?
are the Vatican
Are the
guys.
13 families Jewish?
That one that I know. No.
No.
It's
What are we
a
talking about?
king, right? It's a British king you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I know
is
that
it
one.
that all the presidents throughout the history, with the exception of one, Barack Obama,
How many of us?
all
How many
has
of us
connections?
in our Discord are related to one of them? Zero? You think?
I'm not related to any of them.
Right, but
But
like,
I am telling you, every president throughout American history has a familial tie to one of 13 families that founded this country, with the
why is it
exception
so
of Barack
mind-blowing?
Obama.
Why is it so mind blowing?
So-
like there could be Israeli elements that are subversive in America.
It's not
I'm
just
not
Israeli,
saying there
though.
isn't.
Subversive.
I'm not saying there
Okay.
isn't, you weirdo.
Right.
I'm just saying I
What's up, Rip
think
Haven?
that you harp on something out of ignorance because it sounds
Well, you
cool and
say I
edgy.
harp on it. I think most of it's memes. I don't know that I've like asserted.
No,
it just
it's
sounds
boring.
like bandwagoning.
Carefully.
It's boring and dull.
It just starts.
It's
It's starting to kind of sound like bandwagoning at a certain point. You're just kind of like, yeah, you're just kind of repeating like tropes big time.
No,
it's
what's
a
the
dick
trope? We
joke.
just talked about them. What's the trope?
It's a dick joke
What's a trope
that's
that I
gone
repeat?
sour.
I don't even know.
You were like, why would I ever talk to a Jew about that?
Well, that was
You
that's
know,
obviously
stuff like
a
that.
joke. I sound like
Yeah,
obviously
but
joking.
it's just like ridiculous.
boring.
Yeah, well,
It's
make
just
it. You're right.
dull.
You called me out. Matt, you make a good faith argument. That was obviously a joke. So now
Yeah,
you
well, we
make a
made the
good faith
point
argument.
there, and
What's
we
a
were like, well,
trope
have
that
you
I
ever talked to
said?
anybody about this? And you're like, why would I ever talk to anybody about this? And it's like,
Yeah,
oh, well, okay.
that was a joke.
I think you're just a centrist and you're just trolling then. Okay, that's fine.
No, I'm not censored.
No.
I think these are interesting conversations. I'm just saying, like, when we talk about the deep state, what unifies and like motivates the people that we're fighting against as like Christian Americans trying to save our country
Not
from
just
these like
Jews,
subversive elements?
definitely
Who and what is
Catholics.
behind those? Where does that
I
end
mean,
up? Some cult?
we
The
got a lot of
Illuminati?
Catholic influence. A lot
The
of Catholic
Catholics?
influence. A lot
Not
more
really.
Catholic influence.
Well, that's what I'm saying is like, why are we talking
Not
about this? I'm
really.
saying could it be possible that what unites these corrupt, subversive elements in our government is Judaism?
No.
Is
So
that
what
possible?
I would actually say what I would actually say in response is that where it is true that there is a disproportionate amount of people who happen to be in what you would consider a place
That's
of
not even the
power that
point,
happens.
though. I'm not even disputing or arguing that because I already know the arguments you're gonna
But
make and they're compelling. But what I'm saying is, let me ask you this way: forget the whole conversation. When you and I talk about fighting for our country, voting Republican, like there's corrupt, like subversive elements in our culture and government. What is the uniting ideology that those people are motivated by? Who are we saving our country from at the end of the day? When we really boil it down to, what unites the people we're fighting against? What unites the like core elements of like this communist leftist like culture rot that we're facing, that people in power are pushing us into?
Revelation 17, the whore.
What'd you say?
The whore of Revelation 17,
What does that mean?
which I believe is the Vatican.
Well, what do you say, Jason?
I mean, I know why I fight for the country, and it's because I believe in the actual founding principles and everything else. Why you do it, I have no clue. Everyone has their own reasons. Just
You say
my
who we're
opinion.
fighting against?
Now,
Or
who are
fighting
we
for?
fighting against? Are the
Yeah.
corruption within the
Yeah, no, but you just reason you just gave is what unites us is the core principles that went into our founding, which are Christian principles and American principles.
well, see,
founded.
I would actually argue that not every American shares my beliefs.
That's
Yeah, well, that's Americans.
not every American. This wasn't written by every American. It was written.
Well,
by
I would say
Americans
these days
that had
most
those
Americans
principles.
don't believe what I believe.
Yeah, but they didn't write it.
I remember
The
going.
ones who wrote it.
I remember
that-
going to a meeting within the United States military where I had actual military members advocating against the First and Second Amendment because they thought
Yeah.
people that disagreed with them and their power was corrupt. And I
Okay.
had to mock them openly, just like I do everyone else, and explain to them how they signed up to defend a document they don't even believe in. And I made fun of their penis because that's what I do.
I like that.
Right.
But the reality of it is it's people have different ideas of why they do what they do. I will tell you that the people who are fed posting of everything about Jews, I think they're dull and boring. They're unserious people with unserious opinions.
It's just
Because-
a party you can join, right? Like that's all it really is.
Yeah.
It's just like this is my
Yeah.
new bandwagon. This one sounds like the new alternative fucking group I can be in. That's not the mainstream.
It's woke 2.0.
It's so mainstream now too. It's so funny. Like everybody's got like it's everywhere. Every time I scroll on Instagram, they always feed me like a Jew meme every
Well,
other
dude, a
reel
lot
now.
of them are just objectively funny.
Yeah,
I'm not
you can make you can goof on people. Like yeah, we goof on all kinds of different people. Like Irish people,
But
whatever.
also like,
but like yeah,
like we still haven't answered. Like there is a who
the
is.
comments on everything are so funny though. If there's like anything bad that ever happens, there's always like a bot top comment
Yeah.
on Instagram now, and it's always like, "It's the juice."
Yeah.
It's like it's getting insanely like dull
Like-
now when it's like that. It's probably like some Iranian guy that just hates the Jews.
It's pathetically unoriginal, and it lacks any actual thought.
Yeah.
Why is it so relatable?
It's not relatable. It's just brainwashing, dude.
Why
You
is
see,
it so
you just see that. You just see it.
Why do we all
It's
think
just
it's so funny?
it's the Bolshevik fucking propaganda bullshit like that. Like where you just see the thing over and over again, and so you start believing it.
No,
This is the new thing. Oh, here's the evidence. Here's the evidence. Peter Griffin told it to me on a Minecraft fucking jumping video. Oh, thank you, Peter Griffin, for telling me the new conspiracy theory. You know, like it's just like mindless garbage. Everybody's so mindlessly scrolling.
What's the conspiracy theory? Is it like the pictures of them kissing the wall? Is that not like notable? This is no big deal.
Yeah, and then they visit the Pope, and then they do all that shit, dude. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all everybody's gotta be cool with every race nowadays. It's just a fucking thing.
Yeah,
You can put your head against a fucking wall to show some reverence for some people if you're a leader. It makes sense.
What if?
How does that not make sense?
Because here's the implication. Okay, here's the implication that all of these memes go to, and that really cuts to the core of why people are talking about this. If it was true that 9 out of 10 of the people in our government responsible for all of these immigration issues, economic issues, like all of these corrupt people in government were Jewish, or being advised and taking the advice, operating on the advice of Jews, would you then be like, okay, like that is actually something to look at? Why is it that like when Jews enter this space, they tend to congregate onto like this subversive like path? Because there is a subversive path, and there are people, and maybe it's not Jews, but who is it? And it's like
Because
that's
they're
what people
Jewish.
are getting at, is that they're the ones who are the subversive elements in our
Everybody's
government.
on their own subversive path. Jews are their
Right,
own
but it's
people,
like,
man.
the
They do
point
their
is
own
saying,
thing.
like, if
Blacks do
AIPAC's
their own
always getting
subversive
what they
path.
want-
Asians do their own subversive path. Like it's just like it's not even an argument. It's just like everybody does that. I don't know how they even.
Yeah, but when the scale is so lopsided, I
You don't think there's a massive subversive path for fucking black people in this country?
even they
or
have less
Asians?
of a fucking pull than the Congressional Black Caucus or whatever the equivalent would be for blacks.
What are you talking about? They're everywhere running their fucking mouths and flapping their gums on every time I turn the news on. There's a bunch of black people standing there telling us how the world is. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and who do
I
you
don't see
thi-
Jews on TV anywhere.
Who
I
do you
see the
think's
black
putting them on
people.
our screens? The Jews.
Not the Jews. No, I think that's
The Jews
that's
get
just
the
that's see
pictures
that's
on
just
our
that's
screen.
no, dude. There's
How
more
many
Catholics,
of the
there's
how
more
many of the
Christians
executives
here
of these
running
media
things.
companies? Because here's the thing: you guys will like dismiss it now, but weren't you just making the argument about why exactly they're so over?
No, I'm saying they're a part of it, but they're not the sole. You just said it's only the Jews. There's plenty of white nationalities and white religions that are also in charge. It's not just the Jews. They have their own base.
Yeah, they're woke.
I'm disagreeing with you because you just keep on saying it's only the Jews putting the black people on everything. Like,
No,
have you talked to
again,
have you talked to a leftist woman before? Like, it's insane. Are we not accountable for how we like? Are these women not accountable for their own actions? You know, like it's
No.
just
Look,
it's what they want to do, man. They want to include everybody.
Ooh, hold on. We got something to watch here. Something on topic. Something on topic.
There are about 16 million Jews total. And in the entirety of the world, there are about 16 million Jews total. And 8 million of them live here. The rest live mostly in New York or South Florida. And
I mean,
a few
you gotta
other
admit
places.
though, like
So this is a small population of people. They have connection to this land, historically, biblically.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
If Bibi's family, we know they lived in Eastern Europe. There's no evidence they ever lived here. He's not religious.
But
in what sense? How do we know that? Do you have his family tree? No, we don't.
Do you?
He doesn't. So no one does. That's the point.
But
So
if
how do
there
we
is-
know that he
but
has any
if they
connection
are
to this land at
Jewish,
all?
And if there has been a practice of Judaism and a connection to the language,
But
the
he
Bible,
doesn't-
the land,
His ancestors didn't. He doesn't practice Judaism in any rigorous way. His ancestors didn't live here. They didn't speak the language, and there's no evidence they ever lived here. So on what basis does he have a right
very
to be
much
here?
speaks the language. He has fought for the land. His family has fought for the
You're
land.
dodging a
No, I'm not
very
dodging.
obvious question, which is where does this right come from? And the
I've-
reason
I've
it's
given you
meaningful
that
is
answer.
because there are a lot of people in the territory that Israel controls today, particularly in the West
Mm-hmm.
Bank, who, through genetic testing, we can know their families have been here for thousands of years. We don't know whether they practiced Judaism, whether they were Samaritans, pre-Islam. We don't know that. A lot of them we know have been Christians for 2,000 years. They have less of a right to the land than someone whose ancestors, the only thing we know about them is they lived in Latvia or Poland. They're Eastern European. How does that work?
They're Jewish.
By what definition?
They're Jewish by their
But how do we know they have any
ethnicity.
connection
They're
to
Jewish
the Jews
by their
of the,
faith. They're
of the
Jewish
Bible?
by the connection to the language. Jewish by the connection to the Torah.
But how do we know that Bibi, specifically Bibi's ancestors, ever lived here? How do we know that?
I'm not sure if I understand your question.
How do we know if the Prime Minister of Israel's ancestors ever lived?
Maybe I could ask you, how do we know they didn't? I mean,
well, it's on the basis of the claim that they did that all kinds of things happen. People are displaced. There's a money flow. I mean, it's a big question. A lot hangs on this. It's not some theoretical thing like, oh, did my grandparents do this or do that? It's like, no, we have a right to be here because my ancestors were here. Okay, how do we know they were here?
Hold on.
I'm
Stop this.
totally
I might be delayed.
unable to process what you're trying to get at.
Why? What are these claims he's saying? I'm not
He's just
familiar with
saying
any of
it's
these
like
claims.
a given. It's a given that the what are they arguing
So
exactly? They're in Israel.
they're basically arguing the stolen land type bullshit. So people who are Jewish claim that they have legitimate claims to the current land of Israel because Judea and Samaria were Jewish lands in the biblical times, yada yada yada. That's all that is.
Yeah, and that's valid. That's valid. Why wouldn't they have that land if the Hebrews were brought out of Egypt and brought there?
Well, so the deal is it doesn't matter. So I reject the whole stolen land bullshit. It's whoever owns the land, holds the land, defends the land from anything else are the rightful heirs to said land. And until you take it away,
wins.
Yeah. And until you take it away from them, it is theirs. The idea of the social justice movement, of the originators of the land, guess what? You cannot find a Native American tribe that has any original claim to the land because they all came out of fucking Asia.
I'm just not familiar with any of these claims that Tucker's making. Like, he's claiming these things, and I don't know what to compare him to. It's just like, I don't know what any of this is.
Tucker is basically saying that the Jews that actually founded the country of Israel, the modern day country of Israel, were from Europe.
Yeah, I know what he's saying. It's just a claim, and I don't understand where he. I haven't looked into this.
It's a claim without reason or merit. It doesn't matter.
Isn't he
You
challenging?
probably saw. So you're saying he probably got it. You probably saw like an Instagram reel where Peter Griffin told him like this new.
What, dude?
No.
He keeps bringing up Instagram reels.
So
that's where everybody's getting their news from. It's just fucking TikToks and Instagram reels where Sonic the Hedgehog tells you what to think. It's so dumb.
Here's where that actually comes from. So here's where it actually comes from. The government of Israel claims that they have an actual right to the land over the Arabs because prior to the Arabs ever existing, the Jewish people controlled said lands. Before the Romans took over, the Jews controlled said lands. There was no such thing as Arabs. Arab is a made-up fucking race. They are nothing. They are a bunch of pagans that got united under a false religion, Islam, that happened under the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him. It is a weak and illegitimate argument that our people originally owned the land, therefore we have legitimacy to it. The only thing that matters when it comes to control over the land is who has physical custody of it and who can defend it physically and militarily against invaders. That's it.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
the Arabs who claim that the lands of Israel should be Palestine, they're just playing a social justice game. Well, before the Nakba, it was the Arabs that owned it. Yes, but if you go back far enough, you'll find the Jews owned it. They're using the same argument against each other. The deal is the actual legitimacy over who controls any land mass are those who can defend it. Plain and
With the help
simple.
of the United States.
No, motherfucker. Long before the United States
Israel would
ever
not
helped.
exist without the United States.
Stop.
Isn't that
why do you think that? Hold on.
Wait,
Isn't that,
stop.
isn't our
What
government
you were
literally, aren't there clips of our presidents literally discussing the formation of Israel, being like, this has to be done carefully?
God, you are such a
Obviously, the US
faggot.
was
Shut up and
instrumental in it.
listen. Shut up
Hang
and
on.
listen.
It
Shut
was
the
like
fuck
it wasn't
up
even
and
just the
listen.
USA, it was like Britain too.
Hold on.
My God,
on.
shut the
You
fuck
don't-
up and listen, you
Stay on one
ahistorical
thing.
dumbass.
Keep it
Okay?
like 2 to 3 sentences or something, man. Like
The U.S. had nothing to do with the formation of Israel. In fact, it was the British who owned the land, who gave the land over to the Israelis. The U.S. had nothing to do with the 1948 fucking war after the founding of fucking Israel, where Israel was invaded by 7 different Arab nations and won. The only time that the U.S. even got involved was well after, 68, after France stopped fucking with them because France sold them nuclear weapons and everything else. And then the Jews, the French backstabbed them and refused to sell some Mirages to them during the 7-day war. And that's when the U.S. started to help because they saw an actual customer for the defense industry.
So there's also, do you also believe that like we have a lot of interest with like Iran and all these other guys, right?
We actually have no interest with Iran. We actually have no interest with Iran, to be honest.
With all the oil and all the war and shit, right? Like let's say based on like a mainstream argument, our country has always had an interest with, intelligence or whatever with all these Muslim countries, right? That's always been a thing. So now we can all understand like there's an argument there for some, payment of like intel and working together kind of deal, right? Because they're right there and we're over here. It helps us to have those guys, to help us out.
Yeah,
right?
but actually,
that makes sense to me.
But in the Arab world, actual American cooperation with Israel has been a thorn in the side of American foreign policy in the Middle East because most Arab countries have such a disdain for Israel.
Don't get me wrong. I don't want any aid going to any of these countries. I'm just saying, like, it does have to. Like, it's grounded. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like what's so crazy
so
about
I
the
will
whole
tell,
idea, right?
My God, and here it is. Stop, Pentuple. Stop.
Yeah.
Wait, what's he got going on? I don't see it.
Stop your stupid AI. Stop your stupid AI shit, which also sources memes as fucking historical bullshit.
All right, you're right.
No, I don't think it's proper. It's sourced like Wikipedia, dude.
Yeah, we give them money, dude. We're not denying that. Like,
yeah, I'm not sitting there saying we don't fuck Israel.
The founding of modern day Israel. That was the question. He said none, 0.
Yeah,
it's like obvious. I thought.
Yeah,
I was surprised you even like had to.
I thought the British did have it. Didn't the British did have it before though? No.
Yeah, the British owned
Where
the
does
land.
that come from? Can you
the French owned Syria.
Pentuple, look up.
In fact, the French owned Syria and Iraq.
What am I looking up first?
Because I want to know the context of that real quick.
Of what? The 70% thing?
Why does your shit all look all big? What are you, like a blind guy or something? Why does
No,
it
I
look
did
all
it so
weird?
streamers.
Yeah, do the English one.
What do you mean ask about the
When did the
British?
English own the land and when did they all get handed over kind of deal?
Yes, under the British Mandate. Yes. You know why it was called the British Mandate?
Is that it right there?
Why was it called the British Mandate?
Yeah.
Pentuple.
What? Because the
So
British were involved in this heavily.
So wait,
No.
so you're
The British
talking,
were not
but we
involved.
funded
The
it,
British
right?
owned the land.
Well,
The
yeah, they
British
own
owned the
fucking half
land,
the
my
globe.
guy.
They own half
So
the
after
globe. What does
we
that matter?
okay, hold on. So after the British, gave it back to the Jews, right? We kind of just helped build them up, right? In the
No,
20s or
we
something?
actually didn't do. No, we didn't do anything. So as far as the U.S. was concerned, as Israel was concerned, the U.S. actually had nothing to do with the formation of the current state of Israel. It wasn't until after 1968, I believe, after the French aircraft company Dassault defaulted on a contract for Mirage aircraft to the sale of Israel because of war that was happening amongst them and Egypt, I believe it was. The French were a little pissy, a little upsetty spaghetti. That is when the U.S. started becoming a defense partner of Israel.
We got the same shirt. We're twin. I asked Grok
So
to justify the following.
What is
statement.
that? I don't know. I'm not familiar with what Jason's saying. I mean, I really don't know. But I mean, if you could you grok that I mean, would that help if you just like typed in what Jason just said and see if it was credible?
Well, I just typed in his
Instead
statement.
of
The
just
U.S.
doing
had
your
nothing to do with the founding of modern day Israel, and it says that that's not accurate based on historical evidence.
All right, Jason,
he
give him the
spoke
next prompt.
confidently. I'll
The
give
next part
Jason
that
the
you said. You said a
confidence.
lot. It's harder. You gotta keep
Well,
your like.
What's
so
the other
the
one you wanna
difference
test?
the difference between me and Grok just happens to be the fact that I actually studied history, where Grok just basically does Google searches on
Right.
websites.
So let's
So anything.
Let's do
So
your argument and be like, can you
when
look into
when
this
did
specific?
when did the French boycott sale of arms to Israel?
And
There's your
put
prompt.
that in and make it sure that you tell Grok to look for sources that make it credible.
I mean, Grok is actually referencing that arms embargo.
Okay. Okay, so there's merit. See, there's merit to that.
Yeah, this is giving. It says these are the arguments attempting to justify the statement.
Okay.
X discussions and fringe views. There you go.
That's where you usually come in. X
Yeah, but
discussions
that's on
and
your
fringe
side.
views.
Arguments attempting to justify. Isn't that crazy?
So Grok
Because
is
it also
Grok is
argues
putting
US
down his
roles in the
argument.
founding. The U.S. voted for and lobbied other nations to support UN Resolution 181.
Yeah.
Hold on. Wait. Go back. What year was that?
47.
47. When did the UN? When was the UN formally formed?
I don't know.
Yeah, Grok that shit. I don't remember that one either.
But the U.S. had been endorsing it since 1917.
Well,
Let's
sure.
look it up.
The U.S. been on that shit. And honestly, that makes sense. Like, I think Israel should be like the Jewish state. They should live there. That's like the whole argument.
So
do you think that everybody else should go to their own country?
The United Nations was
Yes.
officially founded
Literally, yes.
October 24th of 1945.
The Somalis should
So
be
how
in
many?
Somalia.
Hold on.
All right.
How many
Is it
founding
not the
nations? There
same?
was
Why is that not the
51.
same?
There was 51 original founding members that signed the UN Charter in 45, while 50 signed in June of 45. Poland was not present, but signed later, becoming the 51st. Okay.
Okay, so I was gonna say before that, like, so when you said that you wanted them to go back to their own country, right? So this just seems like it's all. Can you fix my camera?
Oh.
Like, so, so like when you say that, like, it just seems like like you don't so you would probably prefer all the black people to go back to like Africa, right? And all like what I guess all the Muslims go back to Iran or wherever they came from, and Chinese and all that. So just only white Americans should be here, right? Spanish can stay because that's European. You can't get rid of Spain, right?
For the most part, like we should undo all of the immigration from the last like 75 years. Yeah.
Why?
Because it's
Mm.
fucking. Like,
No. This
I don't know why.
This is a serious question. I want to know why. Why?
Pot. Because diversity
Give
is
us
fucking brutal.
Give us a good general answer. Give us a nice and easy answer to understand. Something general.
Cultural.
Okay, so. Okay, so how many?
Woke. You ever heard of
so
woke?
let's.
Comes
you
with
think?
that.
Wait.
Comes with all the immigrants.
Okay.
Yes. The woke.
You think that
The
came? You
pandering
think that
to
came
the-
with the immigrants?
Yes.
You think that came with the immigrants? You actually believe
Immigrants
that?
come with woke come with immigrants. They came hand in hand. We kick them out together.
No, I think it's just very feminine. So to like
Yeah,
want
it's
to
feminism. It's feminism
Yeah.
and leftist
Whoa, you guys
Marxist
are pro
ideologies
this
brought
whole
that.
immigration thing now? You guys are pro immigration now?
No, not necessarily. Like I'm I don't want like all the immigration for sure, but like the last 75 years seems like it's kind of a reach.
Well, so my argument would be that I have no problem with legal immigration, but legal immigration should come with the caveat: if you go to become a citizen, that you must speak English because this was a requirement. You must be able to read English. You also cannot be on any social services. That is immigrants being on welfare and shit is a new thing. That is something that has happened in the past 15 years. In fact, we would deport people who had green cards the moment they got on welfare. But no, see, there is a substantial difference between legal immigration and illegal immigration,
Some of it's fraud,
and that is
some of
where
it's,
the
like legal, but like bullshit. It's like I agree with you with the legal immigrant who's either invited or like who is going to be like a tax-paying citizen stuff. There are legal citizens that we should not have brought in even legally. Like it's not just like a binary like legal or illegal is how I determine it. All illegal immigration,
but I would
and
argue
some legal, some of the
but
legal immigration.
the
is also
problem-
just bullshit.
But the problem is you are so fucking broad, and then you want to say the last 75 years. I would argue maybe the past 10, 12, 15 years, maybe we should look at that. But when you really look at it, immigrants that came over legally to the United States back in the 60s and the 50s and everything else, they were held to a higher standard to become citizens. And they have become some of the most impressive people. For Christ's sakes, if you look at the people who worked in skunk works and stuff from Lockheed Martin, the guys that invented some of the most amazing aircraft in the history of the fucking world, they weren't American. They were immigrants who came over. For fuck's sake, Operation Paperclip, where we took literal Nazi scientists, and brought them over, put people on the fucking moon, dude. You would be amazed what immigrants have brought to this nation. I'm not calling for unfettered.
Cool things, but it's like
I'm not calling for unfettered immigration. In fact, I want stronger immigration rules. I want to return back to the time when a legal migrant, if they came over and they got on welfare within the first 10 years they were in this country, they're automatically fucking deported.
When was that?
No, that's a very valid argument. I'm going to give you that for sure. It's just that's a great argument.
But
it really is.
But the whole every migrant, legal or illegal, has got to fucking go because that's a fucking weak argument. It's stupid. Well, that is literally what you said. Undo all the immigration. That's why I say you say things that are too fucking broad.
Choices to undo the last 75 years or suffer the consequences of what we've had for the last say.
But
20,
why 75 years?
Because it's a long.
Well, no. So here's my deal.
Like making
here's my deal.
Argument.
Pentuple.
Let's say 20 years. I could have said that. And let's say you think it's just 20 years,
Pentuple. I would accept 20 years over 75 years.
Sacrifice that extra.
But the deal is.
just to get rid of the
My
last
my
part
God,
that you agreed was
dude,
bad?
stop and listen for a moment.
I've
Stop
been
stop
listening
and
this
listen.
whole
Now,
time,
coming
and
from
everything you've
an
said has
actual
been
layman,
debunked by
from an
grounds
actual
of
layman, an actual retard. Okay, from an actual layman and retard, I am more precise, more concise with my words than you, who your entire trade is wordsmithing.
I don't even think
Why
that's
is
true,
that?
but okay.
No,
I
very
I don't
clearly,
even agree with that premise. I think I'm pretty careful when I make
clearly and
assertions.
concisely, no, I very clearly and concisely bring forth an argument that anyone can understand. Well, you will
Wrong
sit there and
ones.
hide behind weasel words and everything else, pretending that you're superior when your entire
I
fucking
haven't pretended I'm
career that
superior. Now you're just getting meta. Like, what are you complaining about? Like, you're complaining about something that you probably couldn't even identify if I asked you to
no,
explain exactly what statement I've said that bothered
It's
you
not.
tonight.
All
Like,
right.
when did I do what you're
This
accusing
is
me of? What was my statement? What are you even saying?
every Jew statement you've ever made ever,
Which was
most of your
what?
immigration
Name one. This is the point. Is like
statement.
that you're just talking now.
Oh yeah, you're gonna hide behind it's only a joke. You're only
No, I'm
hiding
not.
behind
I'm
it's
gonna
only a
hide
joke. No,
behind the
okay.
fact. I'm not
No.
even hiding. I'm standing out in the open, saying, "Sure, tell me which statement I asserted that was so ignorant that I believed and asserted." Just one. Thank you. I rest my case, Your Honor.
so.
I'm just
So
not
you're
playing.
I felt
we're
like
just
that
stop
was a
playing
really
because
good way to
everything. No,
posit my
I
argument.
can- let
everything
me
almost
with
like a
you.
professional.
Stop.
Your Honor,
Everything.
please. Your Honor,
Everything
make
you
him
say.
stop. Your Honor, please.
Everything you say is a fucking meme, unless you
Okay.
mean
Hey,
it. Guess what?
What was
No
the
one
meme
takes
there?
you.
I asked you to
Wait.
support
Pause.
your claim.
Stop.
Your
No
Honor,
one
please.
takes
I'm
you
gonna
serious.
cry, Your Honor. Go ahead.
Okay. So Ryan, the reason why you're a 3 viewer Andy is because of that.
No, that's because
That is why.
I'm
No,
smacked.
stop.
I'm fucking
You are a
lazy.
3
Oh,
viewer
man.
Andy because no one takes you seriously because you don't even take your own self seriously.
How am I supposed to take
Okay.
you seriously when you couldn't even tell me what I assert? When you said everything I've asserted about Jews has been ignorant and stupid, and I said, can you just tell me one of the things that I've actually asserted
Well,
and believed?
it started
in any
with the
conversation
liberty,
I've
and it
ever
started
had with
with
you
that
in my
shit.
entire life about the Jews that was so ignorant that makes you make that claim? Like, you're just a confident speaker. Like, what are you even saying?
You're
This
right.
whole
I
night,
am a
everything.
very
Literally, look at what's on
confident
the screen. You literally were telling me how the U.S. had nothing to do with the founding of modern day Israel, and literally, I don't think you can ever type that into any AI or any search engine. I don't think you'll ever talk to any fucking historian who will say that that's a true statement or even close. Like, it's just obvious that the U.S. had something to do with the founding of modern Israel. It's not even like a huge loss to your point. But you speak confidently.
Jason
I'll
was
give you
being
that.
hyperbolic.
That's why you were a 30 viewer, Andy, or whatever the fuck Andy means.
Jason, you're probably being hyperbolic when you said nothing, right? Is that what you meant when you said that?
Well, when it comes down to it, they didn't control the land. They had no legal push for anything. Sure, they may have funded a little bit here and there, and they did actually support the British mandate of Palestine. But the whole reality is, at the end of the day, the U.S. had nothing of any substance to do. All of the founding of Israel had to do with Britain, who controlled the fucking lands. See,
70%.
the problem is, Ryan, you depend on Wikipedia, aka Grok, to tell you what to think.
No, I literally was just challenging
This is where we
your
differ.
claim. You're just literally, this is just you getting caught. I'm not even arguing with you. I'm just saying, here's what I would do with your claim. Tell me why the AI says 70% and not 10% or 0%.
Because it's AI.
Okay,
Because
so
it is AI and it relies on unsubstantiated evidence that comes from random websites. You're looking at Google search, dude, for your answer for everything.
Yeah, and
you are doing the Destiny thing. You are literally doing the Destiny and Pisco thing. Google it, bro.
No,
Google
you're coping with getting called out on an untrue and inaccurate statement. It literally can just.
Well, he just admitted the hyperbole part, so that's. I mean, you can give him some credit on that.
And I admitted where the U.S. did probably put some funding and stuff like that, but the actual control of what happened with the funding, with the founding of Israel, happened to be Britain, and then after that, it was the French with their sales of arms and stuff to Israel. The U.S. did not get politically involved in the daily operations of Israel until they became one of our defense serfs.
So why
That's
did
really the
just a
difference.
simple Google search say that that's not true? Because like I'll give you the confidence part. You're totally confident and compelling, and I almost want to believe you, even though everything you said I've Googled and it's just not true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what he's
cool.
I know you're listen, I'll even grant you you're really good at explaining your wrong arguments. You're really good at that. You're very articulate and well said at your arguments that apparently do not hold up remotely at all.
It's almost like I studied some of this stuff.
Yeah,
but
it's almost like
of course
you
Grok
didn't study
and
it, actually.
Google doesn't agree with me. That's interesting.
No, it's not just Google. It's literally like everything I've searched on any platform has clearly indicated that there was a strong influence from the U.S. in the founding of Israel.
Okay, so how does AI work?
Dude, I'm just telling you what it says.
How does AI work? Stop. How does
you want me to find like a
AI
written,
uses its source?
Article document about it, like written by some sort of historian? Like that's what it's obviously sourcing.
I would
look,
prefer
everything is showing.
No,
the hidden history of how the U.S. was used to create Israel. How and why did the U.S. government support the creation of Israel? Like I'm just saying, where are you supporting your claim? I have apparently endless sources of this.
I have literally given caveats.
The United States
when
and the creation of Israel. U.S. aid to Israel. America's founders in Israel.
When I said who owned the land? Who controlled the land?
Yeah, we already acknowledged that the British had it.
No. Okay, so the British owned it. What control did the U.S. have over the land?
Is that the only way to be, quote, instrumental in the founding of modern day Israel?
Just answer the question. Just answer the question, counselor. Just answer the question, counselor.
Objection, relevance, Your Honor. Retarded question.
Answer the question, counselor.
No, derail, Your Honor. He's derailing. Your Honor.
How does one control land? How does one own land?
This is not the
no stop. Stop.
This has nothing to do with your
stop.
premise.
Be the winner.
No, no matter where we go, the line of questioning that you have, no matter where we go with that line of questioning,
this is not a
no
new line of
bearing
questioning
on your original statement that was wrong.
This is the same argument I've had. This is the same argument I've had the entire time. Just because you're too dense to pick up on the lines in between them, that's a you problem, not a me problem. Who controls land, and how is that determined?
Is that what? Okay, explain why you're determining that. Because we'll just grant that Britain had full control of the land.
So we
Does
started
that mean
off
the U.S. had nothing to do with it?
We started off the conversation. Hold on. So we started watching Tucker Carlson, which was screaming about genetics and talking about historical ownership of land.
No, talking about
what was my beginning argument when and I said it's all a stupid fucking thing anyway, because why?
Because it comes down to whether you can just defend your land or whatever.
Okay. Yes. So when we look at the founding of the modern state of Israel, who owned and controlled the land?
Who owned and controlled the land? This would be Britain. Right?
Yes. Who owned and controlled the land, the territory of Palestine, which founded the current state of Israel through the British Mandate of Palestine.
Right.
Why did they call it the British Mandate?
The British Mandate
because the British owned it.
Jews moving there. I don't think that had to do with the
because no. So the British Mandate literally had British soldiers protecting Jewish settlers as they came into the lands. There's a reason for this. There's
Abram's
a reason why
descendants are the ones
why I'm big on all this. So I started off the conversation talking about controlling the land. Now, can an outside agency please stop doing that?
Sorry, I was trying to pull up.
Can an outside agency who does not have control of the land can they force another state to simply give up land without force? Is that normally a thing that happens?
It could happen.
Oh, it definitely
With
could happen. In fact, it
influence.
definitely did happen
A country like the US could probably pull that off.
under the Lend-Lease program. We actually forced a lot of the United Kingdom to give up their territorial lands, which they conquered through colonialism and military actions throughout centuries. No, we actually did that without once firing a weapon at them.
Isn't that okay?
Okay. But the reality is the U.S. never told them to get rid of Israel. They just supported Britain. They politically supported Britain, help relocate European Jews.
Let me ask you this way:
to the
if
land.
the U.S. had opposed the founding of Israel, would they have been founded anyway?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I actually cannot tell you that in any confidence. The chances are, because of what happened in World War II, probably if the U.S. opposed it, probably not. That would be my guess, but that isn't anything I would be confident about. The reason why I speak with confidence is because I'm accurate with what I speak. Okay? When I talk about the U.S. had nothing to do with the founding of Israel, I mean they had no control of the land. They had no means to force the Jews to get that land. There could have been political influence, yes, because we did kind of bail Britain out in the Battle of the Atlantic. And it was through the Lend-Lease program that we politically forced Britain to give up lands abroad. However, Israel was not part of that. That was more about India. That was more about Hong Kong. That was more about colonial lands. So there is a difference. Do you know how Britain came under power of the region known as Palestine, current state of Israel? Do you understand how that worked?
No.
Following World War I, after the defeat of the Ottomans, the Allies came together and they divided up the lands. That is where the current state of Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, that's where all these came from, was the broken apart Ottoman Empire. The French took some land. The British took some land. I believe the U.S. even took some land. I think Turkey was the land that the U.S. had like political control over. But the U.S. never actually settled any military forces there, if I remember right. I'm a little sketchy on this part of history. But what we talk about is the region of Palestine was the Ottoman Empire. And what they delegated that area as is the region of Palestine. In fact, for a very long time, there was a vizier that's kind of like a governor who ran the region of Palestine. And what made him unique is he was a Jew. It's the only caliphate in the history of Islam where a Jew could actually hold a position of power. They could be a vizier. Now, a vizier wasn't as strong as a what do they call the emperor or whatever, the caliphate? I can't remember. But they had political sway. So there is, when I say the U.S. had nothing to do with the founding of the modern day, I'm talking about because they had no control of the land or anything, they had no control over the actual founding. They could have political power, yes. But at the end of the day, political power means nothing. Unless you're defending the land, the only way you can truly own the land is how?
To take it?
Through force. Through actual force. So that's what I mean by that. This has been my argument the entire time.
That was like a gold class walk back. It was great.
No, it's not a walk back. It is literally what I've been talking about the entire time.
Back. I almost believe that you're compelling, man. It's good shit.
But no, This is literally the argument I've had the entire time.
Is it?
Yes.
Maybe it is.
I even started off with the whole genetic and who was here first is a bullshit argument. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is who controls the land, who can defend the land. Literally the beginning of my entire argument.
Well, the argument was whether the U.S. I mean, you even admitted that you didn't know whether if the U.S. had opposed the founding of Israel, that Israel still would have been founded, which just suggests that they had an important role
No,
in that happening. At the
reason why the reason why I say that is because what year was Israel founded?
Like 48.
The current modern day state.
47.
1947. Okay. What happened a couple years prior to that?
Something
What
crazy.
big major event? What big major event that happened twice?
Germany lost its president or whatever. Its chancellor.
No. In late 1945, we dropped the fucking sun on Japan fucking twice, and we announced to the world that we are God. That's what happened. So yes, of course, America had some political power, some political sway, because at the time it wasn't until 1950 no one else had nuclear bombs until like 1950s.
I don't think we were using our nuclear threat leverage when we influenced the founding of.
Are you kidding me? No. I'm not saying we used it when the founding of Israel happened.
Like, hey, we're like a big economy. We've got a lot of pull. We've got a big military. Like, I don't think we were like, you saw what we did with Japan.
No, we did that a lot. In fact, for military weapons development from the late 40s through the mid 60s was how can we utilize nuclear weapons more? It's actually it was a very big swinging dick thing.
Sure.
And we mocked the rest of the world. Look what we did to Japanese. Huh?
Rip Haven's a studied historian. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But someone in chat said you're wrong, and I'm just going to take that to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. 1-0 in chat.
Yeah.
You versus me. I just want to put
That's
that
fine.
We'll put that on the scoreboard.
Here, let me go to your
you
your channels.
You don't count. Don't even bother.
No. I'm gonna go to your channel that way.
No, I know. If you send a chat though, it's you can't. I won't count it. You have to
see,
recruit your own chatters.
But where was this? Was this in Twitch or was this in? Because I was about to say because on your YouTube, yeah. Here, let me go to your Twitch. Let me see your two viewer.
The best platform.
Let's see. Best platform ever.
On Twitch.
I actually like Twitch. Not really, but I mean,
I like the channel point stuff.
The channel points is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, the other platforms don't do that as well.
I mean, hold on. How am I misinterpreting? What am I misinterpreting? The interpretation of events. Proof is irrelevant. We literally, I mean, as far as the U.S. Flexing about their nuclear arms, yes, it was very, very prominent in the 40s and 50s. In fact, when Russia actually came out and proved that they had atomic weapons, that's what actually started the Cold War. When was Jordan a nation? I don't remember the year of its founding, but it's going to be right around the time of the probably the 40s. They're a pretty new nation. Same thing with Israel. Because the French and stuff, you got to think the European colonial powers held power in the Middle East for a very long time. And before that, what was it? The Ottoman Empire. And before that, it was the Mamluks. I said the European powers took control after the destruction of the Ottoman Empire following World War One. So the modern day countries of Israel, Syria, Lebanon, yada yada yada. That all happened around World War II. Yes, they were British territories until after World War II, or French territories, depending on the country.
But did they kill Charlie Kirk?
Pretty sure it was a furry lover that killed him.
That's what they say. It's what they want us to believe. It was just some furry loving, some tranny fucking.
Yeah. Candace Owens, though, she said, it was obviously the Mossad.
Candace Owens is not the least trustworthy person.
Well, no, see, I think you may have misunderstood what I was saying, Rip Haven. I'm literally, I literally recounted all that. I've nothing's changed. If I said something, either you misheard or maybe I misspoke, but I doubt I misspoke on that one. Middle Eastern history is kind of my jam.
Well, no better time.
But yes, when it comes, when it comes to the founding of countries, I would say that the European nations, or the nations that actually controlled the land, were the ones that determined if those nations were allowed to exist, because they had to give up said land in order to do it.
That we weren't just going to go be like, hey, Britain, you can't defend the land, so we're going to tell you. You might own it, but you're going to do it because we're telling you to. Like, is that not?
But they actually had British soldiers on. They actually had soldiers on the ground that actually maintained the peace and defended the land during that time. I mean, you're talking rhetoric. I'm talking actual physical evidence and shit that happened. In fact, it was the British under the British mandate who actually prevented a lot of shit from happening when the Jewish settlers moved in. It wasn't until, I believe, 1947 when the British left that the Jews actually had to defend themselves. We did own Japan after World War II. We literally did. We had control over it. We ceded control of the land in the 70s, by the way. Japan couldn't even make laws without U.S. approval following their unconditional surrender. Control and ownership is different. No, it isn't. If you control it, you own it. Them's the rules.
Well, then you would stipulate that just whoever owns it isn't in control necessarily, right? Like, could a country?
No, you have to control it in order to own it. We occupied Japan. We were literally the reason why the Japanese military is called the Defense Force is because the U.S. would not allow them to build a big enough force to become an offensive power. In fact, currently we are talking about rescinding that portion of the treaty force because it cost us too much money to defend them. Lived 3 years over there. You don't have to own it to control it. Yes, you can occupy it. That is another form of control. But if you occupy something, it's basically yours too.
All right. Well, we can continue this delightful conversation over dinner tomorrow, which I look forward to.
Oh no, we're not gonna talk this shit over dinner. We're gonna be joking and having fun, drinking beers. We're gonna have actual fun. We're gonna have actual fun.
This wasn't actual fun? I thought this was actual fun.
Me screaming that you're a retard.
No, you screaming at Grok
and incompetent,
and forgetting that I didn't actually say anything.
Well, I don't listen to AI.
Troll. I am the master troll.
I don't.
You see
no,
me
you're
in
not.
your sleep as the as the next Adam, but I haven't even said anything. I'm like a
Okay, buddy. Just saying. You're going to be singing Sadie Was Right. You're going to be singing lots of it.
We'll see. All right.
Later.
Peace out. See y'all.